What?
होय.
What? Mary, a 26 spark computer can eat a bag of dicks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, 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 and welcome back. Hello, it's quarantine stream. I'm sick, and I'm making this your problem. Yay. Hello everybody and welcome back. It's Friday. Brethren, good afternoon. Luis, congratulations on the first, and good afternoon. Alex, good afternoon. Hello. Afid, good morning, and thank you for the 57. Holy shit. Maddie, good morning. Marinara, how are you doing, dude? Hello, hello. Hope you're well. My favorite tomato-based menace. Galandir, good afternoon, and holy shit, 85. Fucking hell, dude. Holy fuck, thank you. Thank you so much. Whew. Galandir needs tech support? No, Galandir needs an exorcist. Like, I can do all of Galandir's tech supporting right now, Effort. Stop having 400 fucking pages open. Done. Tech support solved. Issue instantly solved. Yeah, you're hacking sick. No, not like that. Not sick in the late 2000s wave. Sick in the over the course of today's stream, I might occasionally just abscond randomly. Just need a bag of dicks to feed their PC. I don't know about a bag of it, but you know, homegrown supply. Grano! Looks like Enfield will have a dev stream on the 1st of March. Ooh, I didn't know that yet. I saw the new timeline. Timeline stuff. Dev stream's interesting. I'm hoping they're announcing a lot of changes. Cool info. Good info, good info. UTC plus 8, so that's what, like, what am I? UTC 1? So it's like 12:30 here. Okay, that's cool. The only tech issue that needs both tech support and an exorcist. No, Galandia is the one that's haunted. It's not the PC, Ken say. It's not the PC. And hey, Ken say good afternoon. I recently found out I had 34 gigs of them. Holy shit. Holy shit. If we watch it after it, yeah. We might, like, I don't know what I'm doing on the 1st yet. We might, like, watch it on stream or some shit like that. It's a Sunday? No, I'm not watching shit on a Sunday. Haha! I'm in bed on a Sunday. So we're not watching it on stream. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, I am sick. Apologies. I've got gastroenteritis, so I am. I'll spare you the details, but food is problematic. So forgive me if I occasionally just like kind of run away. That also means that I have no idea what we're really like. How long we're really here today. I'm exhausted as shit. I've not been sleeping. I mean, I sleep and then I wake up half an hour later, right? So that's mostly my current cadence. So like I'm full of energy. So because I can't really muster any like major thought today, we're playing CZN. I wanted to play more CZN on stream anyway. It's comfy farm game for me. So we're doing more of that. I'm jealous of Care being able to go to bed on a day of his choosing. What do you mean on a day of his? Can I? Can I though? 8.4 gigs free on my C drive. Well, that's claustrophobic. Start browser up, it eats a fucking bag of dicks and 42 megabytes free on C drive all of a sudden. Like fuck off. Have you formatted your PC recently? What about factory setting the whole fuck? I close browser, bam, 8.4. You don't think so? Galandia, I'm going to beat you with hammers. I say this with all the love I can muster. I'm going to beat you with hammers. It will be multiple hammers. I will be switching. Because, like, you know how you tenderize meat? Some of this has to get through your thick skull. Some of it has to. So we're going to try different hammers. AJ, hello AJ. How you doing today? Limited brain power, yeah, exactly. I kind of have two things to do. Should I fill up like that with a few fucking tabs? Do what Effort just recommended. Like, delete cookies, maybe just like cleanse the entire thing once, do it again. Like, literally just take a day. I know, none of us have time for this. Take a day, factory reset the fucking machine. Back up everything you want to keep after, like, before that, and then factory reset the bitch. And watch it actually work much better afterwards. Note to self, I need to do that. But I don't want to. But my machine also still runs, so it's fine. Furthen! Morning. Hello, Furthen. Hope you're doing well. 100 to 150 hammers. We're switching to sledgehammers. Oh, I'm switching to sledgehammers. I'm inviting everyone else. Holy shit. Oh. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do anymore. Origin, how you doing? My jackhammers at that point were really fucking mine. Belv! Hello, Belv. Belv, don't try to troubleshoot this shit. It's not going to happen. The solution to his problems is easy. He just doesn't want to. Like, we're talking about someone that like is actively ODing on heroin, and when you tell them to take the fucking needle out, they go like, "But I like it there." Like, don't try. This is we face planted into the cocaine. Like, don't. 150 isn't that much if I look at my browser. One hopeless case comparing to another hopeless case. Arian, I love you. You're not better. Arian's got the other needle. Mjolnir? I can't lift that shit. I'm made for ponds, not war. It's from 2017. I haven't reinstalled Windows. Past a few days have certainly been days. Oh god, what's been going on? I've been like super shut in, like especially like the last 2 days. I've been suffering in solitude here. With around 500 tabs and maybe... There needs to be like a camp for you people. Like, just somewhere where we can put you so you're far away from society, right? Like a tab conversion therapy or something. Like, there has to be something like this. This can't continue. What if you're infectious? What if others do this? Good morning, Craig. I hope you're doing well. FF10 Spiral of Death. Oh, yes. It's the circle of sin, and it fucks us all. Yeah, exactly. They're not T-Guys most time. So in Arian's defense, I'm going to go and come into my mod's defense here. In Arian's defense, A, he isn't complaining about his PC not running, and B, he's a League player. It's over fucking anyway. It's over anyway. So, you know, who bloody knows? Who bloody knows? Oh, is that a duck? Hold up, let me get the duck. Ooh, hold up. Hold various phones. We take this. Hold up, my file structure's giving up. That's on me. That goes there. That goes in here. That goes over there. And then theoretically, this... Ah. The fuck? Hold up. Is that normal? Wait. Wait. Hold up. Whis! This doesn't work! I see what you did. I see what you did. I see what you did, but that door is a different duck. That is the bottom of the door part from MJM. We have merged ducklings. Did I send you that? Like, is that on me? Did I fuck this up? Do I need to complain to Woobles? No, it's not Wooble's fault. Wooble did well. Doop. There. We're putting in Alex over there. There, she can stay there for a bit. And then, oh, the axe is also, I also just realized the axe is also there. This is just MJM. The axe also isn't yours, correct. Alex is just slightly more armed until later. You forgot to disable? Oh no. Hey, Whis. Hey, Whis. Whis. Thank you for your work. I truly mean that. Thank you for your work. Thank you for your effort. I really fucking appreciate what you're doing, okay? Thank you so much. Duck fusions! They're happening right in front of you. Isn't it awful? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. New Ultra Kill chapter? Wait, new Ultra Kill chapter? Wait, what? What's happening? Hey, Sulking, how you doing? Hold on, I missed chat for a second. Every day? Yeah, no, I know that it's every day, Arian. I love you despite your flaws. Don't worry about it. I hope you're having fun. And Thana! Hello, Thana. What does Feed Ducklings do? Feed Ducklings means I make a code and post it into chat where the first 5 people that redeem it get free card packs. That's what Feed Ducklings does. Ultra Killer 8 fraud happened this past week and it's amazing. Oh, damn! I never got into Ultra Kill on account of it being like all of the games that I don't like. It's too fast, there are no turns in it, and we're just shooting things. But I know quite a few people that massively enjoy that game. And honestly, it's stylish as fuck. Igor, good evening, Igor. How you doing? Manifesting cup of tea. Oh my god, Tolk, yes, please. Oh, Tolk, how you doing? I would love a cup of tea. I would adore a cup of tea. I should make some Earl Grey. I should have made some Earl Grey before stream and then I didn't. Done. Wheeze, thank you so much. Hold up. Let me get the update. One of these days, Wheeze is gonna prank me. Please don't do this. I say this as a joke, but I legitimately live in fear of this. Accepting files from strangers is spooky. And one of these days, Wheeze is going to prank me and is going to send me a new duckling. And I just drag it into VTube Studio because I'm a gullible little idiot and it's just going to be a picture of a giant penis or something. Please don't do that. It's just going to be, I don't know, gore. Doop. There we go. There she is. Whoop. One Alex. Acquired. Please, thank you so much. I would never do that. I hope you wouldn't. I fucking hope you wouldn't. I like this channel. Tolk, I hope you're doing well. Hello and welcome in. Welcome to I'm sick and playing stupid video games. Eves are calling for the bed. Oh, Maddie, sleep well. Sweet dreams. Thank you for being here. Entirely fair reason to have not gotten into Ultra Kill. Yeah, no, absolutely. The game looks stylish as fuck, but I can't imagine playing it myself. Like, I don't think I would ever want to. I need a Tolk duckling. You know what? I need a Tolk duckling. Hold up. List of ducklings I need to send to Wooby. Where are all my sticky notes? Why do all my sticky notes not work anymore? This is the wrong sticky note. This is a recipe for Adana kebab. This is a recipe for green lentil soup. This is a recipe for board games this month. Fuck it, I'll use this one. That one's done. I have like sticky notes on another screen with like things to do because otherwise I forget. Oh, this one's the schedule for January. It might be a different month. So, ducklings. We need the one for Wheeze, obviously. I need a talk duckling. Talk, if you got a duckling, what would it look like? How many tentacles would it have? And why is the answer yes? Like a little voidling. Then, what else? What else? Oh, shit. There we go. I need one for Marinara. Marinara also needs a duckling. Is it? It's just the picture of the tomato duck, huh? It's just the picture of the tomato duck, I reckon. We do that. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. We're doing that. And now I have to rearrange all of my, like, sticky notes again. That's what I forgot to buy. I forgot to buy corn. Damn. There we go. We should do something much more interesting. The worm is back. Hey, Sinjin, how you doing? It would probably be an MS Paint smiley instead. You're not safe from a Rickroll. Remember, like, DMCA stuff. We need desktop buddy duckling? Oh no. It's like that, you know the like fucking goose that someone made that just like ran around your screen like abducting your documents all the time? What if we get something like this with ducklings? Oh, sorry. Oh shit, Thana, I hope everything goes well. Oh, I hope everything goes well, dude. Maybe I'll be able to read on my nose for the first time since I was little. Damn, I hope that... Dude, I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best. A recipe for board games. It's the Saturdays in a month organized by which board game gets played when. But my board game schedule is about to free up drastically, dude. It is about to free up so hard. Because tomorrow is the Primal finale. And then I have... a board game group. We then have VTuber board game night, and that's it. I need a new board game group. Hold up. Hold up. I need a new board game group. I need volunteers. Victims? People. Oh, now I'm tempted. Does the give of Rickroll hit? I don't think so, no, Wheeze. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. But the last thing you want as a streamer is like a surprise of random things that you drag onto your screen. And Alex, enjoy your practice. Thank you for dropping in. The anti-anxiety meds might not be working. Oh, fuck. Just a few more days and it should be stable enough to tell. Oh, you need to get used to the new stuff, huh? Ah, I'm sorry. Tribute? Tributes? Wait, what? Tribute? Huh? Question mark? I lost my train of thought. I was somewhere, and then I lost it. And yeah, new board game stuff. We need to like find new board game stuff, but I don't know. With Primal finishing up, I'm tempted to run another round of Primal because Primal was sick, like really sick, and we have like over half of the monster cast that we haven't seen yet, right? Yeah, please, Sinjin, absolutely, absolutely. But you're responsible enough. You got this. I don't know what the board games would consist of. I don't know yet either, Sana. Our general, like, thing has been once a month on a Saturday that gets decided, like, at the end of the month beforehand. We play, like, around this time on stream. That's what the board games are. I need to figure out what board games to play first. Playing Monarch? Monarch, like, what? The Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetype, let's go, F it. Monarch in Genesis is a sick fucking deck. Oh, no, Whis. No. I remember the context, but I forgot. Yeah, I never knew it. I have no biases on the next game to play. Good. We'll figure something out. Like, I don't know. I've been looking for, like, other cool campaign-based board games. That was what Aeon Trespass was supposed to be. But, like, Aeon Trespass really didn't land. Like, for us as players and for me as a DM, like, it really didn't hit. Hence why we switched to KDM. I'm not starting a second KDM campaign, I can tell you that for a fact. The only other game that I found really interesting turns out to be a single-player board game with optional two-player rules, but the two-player rules are kind of shit. So, not that either. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to figure something out. It's not something I'm doing next month anyway. Like, obviously, you do the whole figuring out the content first before you shop it to people kind of thing, right? It's always something we can discuss after Primal concludes, hey, maybe they don't beat the big evil thing tomorrow, and then we have one more session. Yay! Who knows, who knows, who knows. Anyway, everybody. In the meantime... Oh, I didn't do this, did I? Oh, I'm about to have to restart OBS. Or I could not restart OBS and just deal with it differently. Yeah. We might have to restart OBS in a second. Caught on seal. Oh, I've seen that a lot. It felt like a riot of colors, therefore I didn't... It's weird, Sinjin, because I'm about to tell you that I'm kind of done with roguelikes. And I'm about to play Chaos Zero Nightmare on stream, right? Like, which obviously does not compute. Like, I kind of don't want to deal with like roguelike things anymore. I'm really over a lot of them. Like, especially like card game roguelikes, right? Like C3 cards, pick one to add to your deck type of games. I'm too saturated with. I've played too many. I don't want to play them anymore. And thus, blah. We solved this with windowed mode last time, huh? It's not capturing. Okay, that doesn't work, but how did we do this last time? That's how we did this last time. Okay, doable. Did I have it stuck in card get notice? Probably not. My attention span is everywhere. Hold up, let me add an effort. Magic Arena of the Planeswalker? No, I don't want to play anything Magic the Gathering. I don't know how many times I need to talk about this on stream, but like I'm super fucking done with Magic the Gathering. I don't know whether you've seen the fucking Turtles thing that they're about to bring out or just brought out or whatever. Holy shit. I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. I played for the story. The gameplay itself is samey and more puzzly. Oh, more puzzly. No, thank you. Good thing I didn't recommend some of the things I was thinking about then. People have been dropping like a lot of different like roguelikes to me recently, and that's fine, right? Like there might still be one that is just instantly, holy shit, I need to play this. Who knows? Especially if it's like a creature collector kind of thing, right? But honestly, I just no anymore. Some of the strategy games. I've never been a big strategy game player, Ham. Like, I play a lot of tactics games, sure, but like strategy, that's like old care. And by old care, I mean like young care in his teens. You don't want 4 different Leonardos in your deck? No. Like, God, I saw the set list and holy shit, half the fucking things in that thing are legendary creatures. Half the fucking prints in that set are legendary creatures. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's insane. Actually, good evening. 4K wise, I'm waiting until I get my copy of Below, the Asylum. Anything on Next Fest? Balthazar. I could not tell you what's on Next Fest, and I'll tell you why. Rule actually made a really cool post about this on social the other day. Since about mid-January, Balth, I have gotten, and I kid you not, this is no hyperbole, I've gotten over 1,800 emails about, hey, with upcoming Next Fest, you should play our demo. 1,800. I'm a 30 viewer streamer, my dude. 1,800. I don't give a fuck about Next Fest. Next Fest can rot and die for all I care. Every single time this shit show comes online, my inbox dies. And 90% of it is like low effort, hey, we've made this AI horror game. Bullshit. Fuck Next Fest. And every fucking thing it stands for. When they introduced this, it was a really nifty way to discover video games. Now, it is absolute dog shit for discovery. There's a reason why we're covering not a single game. I was originally tempted to cover one game, and I said as much as late as yesterday. We're not covering a single fucking game from Next Fest. Nothing. Because it's an absolute disgrace. Not dealing with this. Thana! Thank you for the cards! Good luck! Hope you get something good. Ugh. Rogue, the actual original Rogue on stream. I like the actual original Rogue, Ego, but I have no patience for it. Because the original Rogue is obviously the original Rogue, and therefore has none of the quality of life that video games are supposed to have these days. By which I mean, in the olden days where Rogue was developed, they still thought that kicking in the balls was entertaining. You know, like what's a little CBT between friends? I was playing VTS with friends at the local card store and saw that magic set, and it did indeed break me. The art is atrocious this time around. That's the next bet. There is a lot of things about that set. If this is your thing, enjoy. If this is the set that's made for you, I'm not telling you to stop playing Magic the Gathering or anything. You enjoy the thing you enjoy, okay? I really like the 40k set. I still think it shouldn't have existed, but I really liked it. Anyway, I'm not here for like mortal grandstanding or shit like this. You play the thing you play. Let me not change that. But I'm going to tell you why I can't stand for this shit, right? The art is atrocious, like almost across the board. It has major ramifications for the artist behind it because it's all art of licensed characters. Therefore, the artists behind it have problems monetizing their work. Half the set is legendary creatures, and I don't mean in an interesting way. Half the set is legendary creatures that are just different pairs of, like, different things teamed up over and over and over again. Like, it feels massively spread, and even then it's like 170 cards or something as a set. Even then it's a tiny fucking set. Well, tiny. Even then it's a small set, right? And I can't. Like, fuck that set. Absolutely fucking fuck that set. And fuck Magic the Gathering alongside with it. And there's going to be how many more this year? Like, we got 7 sets this year, right? And 4 of them are fucking Universe Beyond. I need Universe Beyond to die if I ever want to look at Magic ever again. I used to say, okay, let people have their fun, and let people have their fun, right? But if I ever want to play Magic again, I need Universe Beyond to die. And that's not happening, because they are printing money. They are printing money off of it. Dice a million? I have no interest in that whatsoever, Chrono. Like, Chrono has been, like, very busy recommending games to me, and, like, good job, thank you very much, but I wouldn't play any of it. Like, I play very specific things, Chrono. I play very specific things. Random, like, stuff isn't that at all. Random stuff isn't that at all. Like, half the sets are, yeah, it's more than half, Ferris. It's 4 out of 7. It's 4 out of 7. Misty, good morning. As long as it isn't our balls, it can be entertaining. I don't know about that. Vampire the Eternal Struggle. Used to be called Jihad, but they changed the name for obvious reasons. Imagine if Dune did that. I've never heard of it, Ham. Never heard of it. I feel like all the sets have been UB. That's because a lot of the UB stuff that you hear about is Secret Lair, Furthen. A lot of the things that, like, where UB gets really egregious, or where UB used to get really egregious before this year, was the Secret Lair stuff, which is an entirely different bag of worms, by the way. Secret Lair is another thing that I find atrocious, but that one feels way more optional. With the main set Universes Beyond stuff, that shit is legal in everywhere. And if I ever have to sit down at a commander table across from someone that is, well, if they're playing Jonah, that's bad enough, but if they're playing fucking SpongeBob as Jonah, I will have to go to prison. I will have to go to prison. And I don't want to have to go to prison over butchering someone because they're playing dog shit like this. Right? But at least that shit is optional restylings of cards. With the big set, Spider-Man as well, by the way. Spider-Man is exactly the same problem. That stuff is widely legal in whatever fucking format you could maybe escape from it before. Sorry, fucking what? You don't know? Okay, here, let me like blow your fucking mind. Here, you're about to see horrors beyond your wildest imagination. Here. I hope this works. These are actual cards. This is like actual official product. That's... They made My Little Pony cards at one point. Does that make it better for you? Anyway, this is just not a card. This is just Joda, right? Joda the Unifier is already like a legendary creature. This is just a reskin of that card. I hate that, but that's fine. Fuck it. I hate it, and I will ask anyone to like proxy the shit instead if I would ever have to play with them, because I don't want to deal with this, right? But the Spider-Man set, the Mutant Turtles set now, Ninja Turtle set now. That shit is quote-unquote unique. And by unique, I mean a bunch of that is just like reprints in all but name as well. A bunch of it is also just reprints in all but name. No, it doesn't equal, that's the problem. Anyway. The local prince? Wait, the local prince? Like, the artist formerly known as Prince, the local, like, actual royalty. I thought you fuckers made, like, a major point of not wanting royalty in your country. Or, like, do you mean in like, the same vein as, like, a card czar? Because that one I understand. If I make you post that you're gonna commission a duck, will I get one? No, that's not how this works. Oh, that's a VT, yes thing. Okay. In that case, I'm just not familiar with it. Blanket. I really appreciate Blanket. Oh, cozy. Thank you. There's also Sonics. Never mind. UB this year is Turtles, Marvel, Hobbit, Star Trek. We need a revolution. Anyone here that owns an axe, would you mind, like, sharpening it? That's exactly what a lot of people that are against this are saying, Igor. It is Fortnite-ification. And the last thing I'll say on this before I move on, because I'm making myself mad talking about this, and I hate talking about it. I don't like talking about things I don't like, Igor, right? The last thing I'll say is that with Fortnite, they took their little world that they had built very, very early on, and they threw it away. Fortnite, for those of you that don't know, started as a team-based tower defense zombie thing. That was actually quite interesting, if underdeveloped as all hell. Then they made it a battle royale, and they made all of the money, conservatively speaking, all of the money. So they took their own little world building very, very early on and just like threw it away and just went, fuck it, let this just be an advertising platform. So not much of value was lost. Magic the Gathering has decades worth of lore, of established worlds, established characters, like a feel to it, a vibe to it if you want to. A vibe if you want to. So all of this getting lobbed in with the marketing slob feels like a personal attack. It obviously isn't. It's just corporations doing what corporations do, right? But it feels like a fucking desecration. That's why I'm so anti it. It was called Save the World. Yes, that was what the PvE thing was called, Chrono. I should have remembered the name. I played that shit day one. I was like a founder for that as well. It was fun. I really liked it. It was super underdeveloped, but we had a lot of good times with it. I don't mind the occasional license set when it fit the universe and was uncommon. Maybe one every couple of years, but it got ridiculous. Yeah. I think Final Fantasy works. I think Final Fantasy works. Lord of the Rings, I also thought Lord of the Rings still worked. I am going to say that the Dungeons and Dragons stuff that they made felt weird, but okay. I even like the Dungeons and Dragons stuff. The whole, like, explore the dungeon thing was ridiculous and that needed to not exist. But honestly, I thought the D&D stuff was thematically appropriate. It was just like an adventure planet, right? Whatever. 40K, I'm obviously a huge 40K fan. That set was made for me, and I already thought that shouldn't exist. I already thought, okay, that's not, I don't see this. And yeah, the 40K stuff was fine, but honestly, it shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been in there. And they just keep going. It's just going to get more. It's just more other IP stapled on for cross-promotion for, hey, I recognize that thing. Therefore, I'm not dealing with this fucking game. Had an actual ongoing story that determined where the next set was going and who was going to be in it and what they were doing and why. I mean, they still do. That's the worst part, Nonchalanto, right? We're going, like, the next lore bit is back to Strixhaven. Strixhaven being the only reason why they're not doing a Harry Potter crossover immediately. They will do, now that their parent company has the toy licensing rights for Harry Potter. There will be... They've openly stated they're not going to. Fuck them. They're absolutely going to eventually. But Strixhaven is like their off-brand Harry Potter thing, right? Like they have the little magic academy with the little different houses. But all of this is just devalued, like under this deluge of franchise bullshit. Awful. Awful. Oh yeah. Anyway. This is your almost weekly rant why I don't want to play Magic the Gathering anymore. Mind you, once again, I'll close with this. If you enjoy the game, if you want to play more of the game, if you like this stuff, or if you feel like you can ignore it, or it doesn't bother you at all to begin with, then more fucking power to you, right? Like, my own son is playing Magic very, very passionately now, and that's fine. Like, I'm not here to tell you what you should like and what you shouldn't. Like, go ahead, have fun. For me, I fucking hate this shit. Stop playing VTS. The problem is it has vampire in its title, Ham, and therefore I immediately go, ugh. My vampire fatigue set in at the, like, way before people's zombie fatigue set in. Like, thematically, my eyes glaze over and I go, whatever. Like, there's just themes that I don't care for, right? There's just themes I don't care for. Is it historic? Don't care. Is it vampires? Don't give a shit. Is it zombies? No thank you. Surprisingly self-aware. It doesn't... I'm not saying they're doing it badly or they're doing it well or anything like that, Sam. I'm never arriving at that point, right? Like, imagine you're driving on a road and there's you're running out of fuel and there is an exit to a town coming up. And the town is called, "We shoot you when you get in here." And you go, damn. It doesn't matter whether they actually shoot you when you get in there or whether it's the nicest town ever made. I will never get that to find out. Because to me, the town is called, "We will shoot you when you get here." Right? The quality of it, I will not judge on. I will not comment on. I don't know. Yeah, you know what the worst part is, Noncha? That set was also horribly received. Like... That set was not received well. Plays it straight 90% of the time, but it has the occasional wink/nod. Yeah, but you know what I mean, right? Like, you get me. All right, now that we've talked about card games, fat Chocobo plushies. Wait, I have what? I have too many Chocobo plushies. I can't have more. It's unhealthy. So now that we've talked about card games, you want to play a worse card game? Sorry. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm absolutely just exhausted. That's my big problem today. We talked about the Now We Play one, exactly. Now that I've grandstanded about, like, the quality of card games or not, let's go play one. So, for those of you that have seen a CZN stream before, CZN is very much a gacha game. It's my current, what I would currently consider my main gacha. Enfield's cool and all, but Enfield is lacking any repeatable content I'm interested in it at the moment. Enfield is my second one. Like, I'm playing CZN and Enfield. Those are my two. Limbus doesn't count. Limbus never has content except once a year. So Limbus doesn't count. I also had another job interview yesterday, lasted an hour and a half. I was fried. My god, I read that as I was fired afterwards and I went, oh, that's a speed run. What the fuck? Not oh. You've got this. I believe in you. I'll absolutely believe in you. I'm waiting for the Digimon mobile card game to come out so I can use it to play with people, learn it, because I miss having a fun little card game. Brethren, darling, if you want to learn the Digimon card game, you can always just DM me and I can teach it to you. Elysian, I am very worried about Allison. I know it's not called Allison, but I will call it Digimon Allison. And yes, the song will start playing in my head. Allison, I'm really, really worried about. Very, very worried about. Because what they've already shown about it looks like shit. And that might just be because very, very early preview. Absolutely. But they have already announced how they're going to release sets. And if they're releasing sets like this, then we are just going to go through the meta that the TCG has already played for 5 years very, very slowly. And that's really boring. That is really, really boring. I kind of like what Master Duel is doing, where they're kind of switching up. Like, you know what the next best thing is? But they're switching up the release order enough that decks that haven't really historically seen much play, or like tier 1 play, are getting a good shot at it, right? They could do a better job at it, but I think it's an entirely interesting take. But the way that the like Elysian devs have stated they're going to do releases, it's just going to be playing historic. Didn't Limbus also recently just announce their ending? No, brethren, no. They just posted their roadmap. No. They just posted their roadmap for the rest of the year. So no, they're not ending anytime soon. Just pulled a Manhera model out of nowhere during the 3-year anniv stream. Yeah. You want to know about 40k? Welcome to Mori. Mori is a cool game, but my problem with Mori was, Alex, that Affit, is that their content pipeline is dog shit. When Mori 2.0 came out, I was like, oh cool, new stuff, and then 2.0 didn't have anything. When I logged back into Mori after half a year of not playing it, I had missed exactly one character. I have no fucking idea what's happening with Mori. I have no idea what's happening with Mori. I like the vibe, I like the characters a lot, but I don't feel like there's anything for me to do in there. CZN has basically replaced it. CZN is Mori, I was about to say with bigger tits, which isn't even a lie, but CZN fills the same niche for me. That the shops near me don't have any of their cards. I mean, hold up. I did get gaslit? Yeah. Limb is not ending. It's the director that said that to the haters. Basically, we can do whatever we want with the game. We got no debt, no investors. It's our creation. Yeah. One good thing about Project Moon is that they are pretty fucking free to do what they want. And they are regularly still raking in the cash, right? Like, Limbus has always positioned itself as a game that doesn't really want your money, and in my opinion, never should have been a gacha in the first place. But fine. And they're still, like, making all the fucking money. If I do this for one person, Thana, if there's one person in the world I'd think about doing this for, it's you. But if I do this for one person, everyone's going to go. And, like, I'm not doing that. There's a reason we have the card system the way it is. They did release a new even, which is very endgamey, so that's cool, but I get what you're saying. A new event, yeah, Matu, but... You know, Besides thin your paints, are there any good mini painting tips? If you learn what a wet palette is, the world's your oyster, Igor. Legitimately, you cannot get into, like, having a wet palette too soon. Also, contrast paints, we thought contrast paints were a bit of a scam when they first released them. Contrast paints are really good and based, actually. Kensei, thank you for the cards! Thank you! Thank you! And we're going up. That's the wrong button. We're going up. Nope, that's the wrong button. We're going up. There we go. Got it on the third one. Baby! Wash your minis before priming them. That's a good one. Don't be afraid to like experiment. You can always strip the fucking paint if it gets really bad, right? If you are priming with an airbrush, you should really think about like ventilation. Yep, Wheeze, exactly. Be sure to aerate when you paint/spray paint. You are absolutely correct. And most importantly of all, when you are painting minis, remember which cup is your paint cup and which cup isn't. Remember that. Oh god, this is about to go wrong. This is about to go very wrong. Anyway, before I scrungle real quick, brethren, darling. Hold up. You all need to stop real quick. Brethren, I don't... card game? You wanna play card game? You wanna play card game? You wanna, card game? Brethren? Card game? Card game? I just updated DCGO for this. Exactly only for this one bit. There we go. What the fresh hell is this? Where can I find it? Yep. Hold up. Here. This is DCGO. It's a completely free fan-made online client thing. There is no monetization on it, except I think they take donations. There is like no account creation, none of this shit. Like there's nothing like this. You just install the thing and then it doesn't even ask you to make like a name. I had to optionally change my name in the profile thing, and then you can make a room, or you can like, they have like a ladder, well, not a ladder system, but they have like an online play thing, right? That's it. Is good. Is good. For those who don't pay, remember that guy you commissioned you thought was your friend will just flee with your money and not do anything? I don't know about that. That's why you don't commission like individuals that have no rep. No Pissippi the paint, exactly. No second half of the end stream cut, unfortunately. Oh god, thank god. I actually get to play like video games today. Alright, ducklings, let's go play some CZN, shall we? Button. That's not even, that's wrong, Care. That's just wrong. That is just incorrect. Incorrect. Alright. Let's do things. Off to go do yard work. Good luck, and I hope your dad recovers soon, Belf. I hope he recovers soon. So, Basin updated, and I haven't done Basin yet, which means we're doing Basin. What do we do this time? On card exhaust, increase defense-based damage to a random enemy by 80%. So whenever we exhaust a card, all defense-based damage increases by 80% to one random enemy. Well, alright. So we are playing 9 plus whatever the fuck we want, huh? We're playing 9 plus whatever the hell we want. Okay, where's Tifera? That's a Tifera. And then second team, Serenial? Like, what do they want me to play? They want me to play Justice on the right side? What, Magna? We could put Magna on the right side and just pretend that Puppy Girl got this, but Puppy Girl's a bit slow, so let's just brute force Serenial. It'll be fine. We can play Magna later. That might be what we play today. Like, I do want to do a Chaos run. But for now, if you don't know how hyperspace works, every team has lag, every team has cards, and 3 stages per team. Later on, it's only 2 stages. We have a turn counter. We need to beat this in under 12 turns. The beginning of this is going to be incredibly easy, because they're like level 30 or some shit like that. Then later down, they'll level a little bit at least. We should probably set up. We should probably start setting up at least a tad. Oh, guessed correctly. Nice. Whoop. In terms of what we're playing, I can give you a bit of an introduction to the characters we're playing. First character, we're playing 9. If you haven't seen 9, 9 does this. 9 has one very, very big card. This game's Abyss gameplay. That's exactly what this is, brethren. Yes, this is this game's Abyss. Once every 3 weeks or something, we run through this, and then we're done. So 9 has one card called Hue. This card upgrades as you play it, and then after 5, it resets back to level 1. Basically, think of one giant fuck-off hit, and that's all you do. Magna behind her. Magna behind her is a counter tank. She's not going to do too much here. I don't know why I'd put her in here. She's just going to be here for a bit, and she's just going to look happy. She blocks and counters. She also applies a shit ton of vulnerable stacks for 9, but I don't think we'll need that. And then Tifera is the character that they just released. When betting $10 is it tsundere? She is not Aphid. She's not. This is Tifera. Tifera is a support-ish. A support that heals and increases DPS. Tifera does shit like this. Creation and destruction. Oop. Oh, I wanted to see whether I can do this in... Hold up. Let me see whether I can do this here. If I take Zoe and I go transform...
What?
That's better. Perfect. Aphid! Thank you for the gift sub! Thank you so much! What the fuck? Another one! Aphid! Thank you for the second gift sub! I'm a man of my word? Wait. Oh my god! Aphid, I'm so sorry. Thank you. I appreciate that. The cameraman is in the show unnecessary. Yeah, so... Tifera, yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna pretend this isn't. CZN went like the Gunnar bait route. Like a lot of the characters are very, you know. And with Tifera, when they released her a couple days ago, I was like, oh cool, a normal character. And her back sprite is just like a fucking panty shot. Anyway, what Tifera does is she creates these archetype cards. Archetype cards do one of three things. They either increase the damage of your next hit by 30%. They draw another archetype card, or they give you one more AP. AP is your mana. She makes these in deck, or in your hand, or anywhere, and then you draw them. Or you don't. And all of that eventually makes a big archetype card when you play 3 of them. And the point is you play Hue and then shit dies. The Gen 3 for alligator treatment? No. No, leave her alone. No. Gen 1 Bulbasaur, brethren. Gen 1 Bulbasaur. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Then again, criticizing Gen 1 back sprites is rude. So that's Team 1. Team 1 is 9 with... hit something with Hue and then hope it dies. Magna is like a counter support and vulnerable applicator, and Tifera for healing and damage buffs. Second team, on the other hand, is slightly different. Second team is Serenial, which is our one and only limited character in the game. This is our Christmas character. If you've seen CZN before, you probably have seen her. Serenial does this. This is homing laser. It does damage. And whenever you ravage an enemy, whenever you deplete this bar underneath its health bar, all of your homing lasers move back to your hand. So all of this shit comes back to your hand. A lot. Behind her is Selena. Selena's entire shtick here is that she can refill this tenacity bar, so you can break them again. That's really all she does. We have a couple of like funny upgrade cards that don't matter. And then behind that is Ray. Ray's entire shtick is she increases damage by a lot. Not that we need to, because this is what Serenial does. They're dead. Cool. So I hope you like the word Senmetsu, because you're about to hear it a lot. Because every time we play one of these homing lasers, we're going to go Senmetsu. Next. I need to do a Serenial deck for Season 2. I need to do a better Serenial deck for Season 2. Oh, we found all of the tactical maneuvers. Great. There they all are. That's where they were hiding. It's said already. So I'm from a generation for Alligator's name because of the gator. Harikiteko! Yup. Yup. Actually, the worst part is we have Harikiteko here as well. We have it here as well. Because of the limitation, they cut the O from the name. I always suspected something like that was happening, but I never knew for sure. Then again, Gator would have still been stupid. I don't know. That was the first stage. First stage was supposed to be easy, and now we just do this a lot. Now we just do this a lot. Hit. It didn't die. I'm embarrassed. Hold up. We're gonna make a circle. I need to figure out what it is that does that. Something we have says, when you play an exhaust card, kill a motherfucker. And I don't quite know what it is. It's not Sneering Dagger, it's not Shell of Aberration, and it's not Launcher of Ruined Honor. What is it that does that? 60% fixed. Start, no. No, that's for block. What causes that? Counterblade isn't it. You're quite high maintenance definitely isn't it. You're quite high maintenance part 2, Storm of Bitter Cold. Okay, let's find. Let's try this again. So we make a circle. Well, we actually made the circle, and we play the circle. What? Oh my god. I know what it is. It's the fucking stage effect. They just translated it badly. Again. Okay. Disappear. So the stage effect said increase the defense-based damage a target takes by 80%. What it really is do 80% damage to a random enemy. That's really what it is, huh? Alright. Let's go Quantum. Give me... Didn't get the circle. We got these though. There we go. We found a circle in deck. Hoorah. And then that eventually just kills. That's dumb. That is very stupid. I suppose. I suppose. Hey look, a guy. We don't need to mulligan this. Resonating, Sniper's Domain. Resonating is more damage. Sniper's Domain means that her, like, marks do more damage. We don't have any marks. This shouldn't be in the deck. My luck is whack with CZN. Ooh, what are you looking for, Origin? What you're looking for? We can go Plasma Missile. Never mind, Serenial is still Serenial. My luck was actually really cool when we went to pull for Tiff. I kind of called my shot and went like, oh, like here's a standard 10 pull. Oh, I'm just gonna get a Haru off of this, and I then landed that Haru, which means I'm character complete. Finally, Haru was the character that was escaping me the entire time. That's what I'm looking for, more what I've gotten from draws. Do you need anything specific, or is your account just low on high rarity? Reminds you of that comedy skit about professional poker players in a tournament, sitting there stone-faced. I have no idea how to play this game, but I keep winning! Yup. I have every order 5-star and most of the void ones. Oh. So... Okay. Don't let element mean anything, Origin. Element doesn't mean shit, I'm gonna be entirely honest with you. They keep trying to push like, oh, here's this like element, like here's this order element, here's this void element. It doesn't fucking matter. No one builds teams for the fucking element. On-card exhaust. Increase defense-based damage to a random enemy by 80%. That's not what's happening though. I'm very confused. I'm very confused. You just build fucking different. These are level 40. So, like, we need to get through the small stuff before we can get to the big stuff. That's really what it is. This card here, by the way, is really funny. This is Quantum Seed. It's the main mechanic in which we make archetypes. For 0 mana, we draw a card, so it replaces itself, and then we predict which archetype card gets created. We literally just gamba. If we guess correctly, we obviously make one, and then all of the others get put into deck. If not, we just make one. So we're going to predict that we make a circle. We made a square instead. That's a shame. That's a real crying shame. Anyway. Excuse me. Sir. How dare you? That's why I think my luck is whack. They've also just been making a lot of Order and Void characters, right, Origin? Like, a shit ton. They've also just been making a ton. Element meant for easier Ray team. Don't know about the other. Easier Ray team? What would... Oh, you mean because you can play the plus 40% Void damage thing? Affit, you're almost never going to do that. All of the Void TPS that would really like Void usually pay like 1 or 0 mana for their shit anyway. So you just want to take the 1 or less. Or unless you're playing K-Run, in which case you don't play Ray. So I don't know. Crunchy. Very crunchy. In reality, all we're going to be doing is playing this card. That's really what we're going to be doing until we get much, much later in. And then we have to figure out what character we're actually running through later. Ooh, enemies without toughness bars. Ooh, my one mortal enemy, huh? We don't need these. Fine. Let's go fuck shit up. I really want to play Shining Core. What if the next wave actually has weakness? Death. Whee! We'll get there. I mean, easier team in the if RNG hates you and you can't get the 1 or lower cost upgrade. Way less likely now, Effort. With the way that the new season works, you can very reliably get what you're looking for. The question might just be when you get it. That's the biggest question nowadays. We're gonna do a proper Chaos run after I'm done with this, which shouldn't take all that long. For those of you that haven't seen the new season, or for people that are interested in how this plays. Because if you haven't seen CZN yet, the play structure is basically Uma Musume. All of these characters here have a base version. So for example, Serenial, right? This is like Serenial's base version. This is all of her cards. That's what a like completely baseline Serenial looks like. But by running them through the actual mode, you get equipment and you train the character, right? You customize the deck. And then you take that save file just like you would in Uma. And that save file is what you play with in the other modes. So we're gonna run a career after we're done with this. Just kind of need to figure out who we're running. I'll probably let you decide. Like pick a character, I built the rest of the team. Something like that. Pick a character I've leveled. Predominantly. Oh, that's gonna live. Hold up. Okay, now it doesn't live anymore. It would be really nice if we could get a circle off of this. We're getting everything else. Come on. Okay, we got everything else. Then we may have to make the circle ourselves. There, now we have circles. Let's go Frost Charge. And then we just play the rest out. And apparently everything's fucking dead already. Magna countered it, that's why. I was wondering, wait, I didn't play another card. Why is everything dead now? Could have gotten the ice fragments out of the way for it. Speaking of getting the ice fragments out of the way for it, let's do exactly that. Hitcha. Hitcha again. Frozen! It's also just a better a better space to have your character at. But I'm not gonna lie to you, that's half the reason why we're over here this time. My luck was whack because I only got Mari Ball just yesterday, who was the only force that I didn't have. Ah, damn. Mari is such a cool character to have at the start. Mari is so cool. Ah, yeah. Very cool. Alright, now for the or traditionally easier side. Not that the left side was much difficult. We go Strike of Darkness, we go Resonating Darkness, and then we play some cards. We can get this out of the deck as well. Not that deck filtering is of much concern to us right now. There was 2 of her in the same 10 pull. Is Mari on banner right now? I think Mari's on banner right now with Cassius, right? That might be why. Lasered. Perfect. Then again, it wasn't the first banner she was on, so... My god. You've got to stop giving me all of this. We're actually not breaking immediately. Hold up. For those of you that haven't seen the best art in the game yet, this is snack time. Remember, it is snack time. Nom 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 nom. And... Never mind. 19 HP, you say? 19. Okay. Okay. One of the 2 best. Curiosity is also insane. Yeah, it's true. We've got a couple of like really cool new card arts. For example, I really like Tiff. Like, I really like this. This is cute. I don't have the animated version, but this is cute. Same with... this one's really cool. I like this one a lot. Creation Destruction is a really nifty card. What else? Any others that really stand out? I think 9 in general just looks sick. Like, this is just nice. This is just really, really cool card art. The animation loop is a bit long, but that's it. And then, I mean, even Hugh, right? That's a big sword. Big sword with dumb grip. 9 is Aura Farmer, the character. Yeah, that's exactly what she does. That is precisely what she does. Big sword, fuck you, pay me. 9, the character. Just a sword I didn't notice? Yeah. It is hard to notice. It is kind of hard to notice sometimes. God damn it. Fine. We'll commit to the bit. 2 turns to kill an enemy. You've noticed that now there's only 2 things that we need to go through, so we can, like, waste the turn on setup. It's so impractical, but damn it, it's cool. If you thought the Buster Sword in FF7 was cool, and let's be honest, who didn't? Then you have to think this is cool too. I'm sorry I don't make the rules, I just make them. Can I get a circle? None of these are circles. Can I get a circle? I'm gonna have to make my own circle in a second again, right? I have to make my own circle again. Okay, we make our own circle. Before I even get to make my circle, this thing's going to be dead. So hold up, let's play the setup real quick, and then we make our own circle. Yeah, it's not gonna survive me just doing my setup. It's so dumb. It attacks us, Magna. Thank you, Magna. Die to the Golden Retriever. Imagine getting killed by a Golden Retriever, dude. Imagine getting killed by a Golden Retriever. You're never going to live that down. Ever. I would really like... Legitimately, I would really like a square... Now we make the circle! Motherfucker! God damn it. God damn it. It's okay, we can crit, so I never get to Ice Fragment. That works. How do you live something down if you're already dead? Fair, but still. Ah. These guys are Snecko Eyes. Well, in the broadest sense of the term. They fuck with your card cost a lot. And now that they're dead, we can actually have fun. Whee! I can imagine being killed by a Golden Retriever, but it would be because they snuggled me to death. I mean, that's Magna's entire personality. Magna's entire personality is really excited to be here, wants to go on adventures with you, and also go, 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 go. Like, Magna's just a Golden Retriever. One of the therapy parts, she gets out of therapy and immediately goes like, let's go ride bikes! I'm like, okay. Okay. Pat pat. Local puppy girl wants to ride bikes. I may have told the story, but I know a vampire in a V the Masquerade game that after killing the main antagonist was killed by a corgi! Oh, you're never gonna live that down in your playgroup. Never. Never. You'll be made fun of forever. I forgot that Ice Wall has the lead keyword. Just give me a crit. Okay, you gave me a crit, but that wasn't good enough. My keys stabbed my thighs, I wiped out. Wait, what? Wait, what happened, Galindia? Lower back pain, bicycle back tire had a flat, wiped out while walking and... Oh my god. And scraped the fuck out of my elbow on my way to parents. Oh, Galandir, I'm sorry. Fuck. Death by hover dog. Yep, true. Very much death by hover dog. Are we setting any of this up or are we just gonna waste all of it? We're wasting all of it. Never mind, it's dead. I love 9 teams. You look at an enemy, they go away. Ooh. Ooh, we found a one with all. So this is some really interesting tech that I'm very, very excited. And I struggle to understand why people haven't picked this up yet. One with all is a really fucky card. This card says, select and activate one card in your hand, draw pile, or discard pile. So anywhere but exhaust. For one turn, when each of damage, shield, and heal has been activated through cards, remove unusable. So you can't use this until you heal, apply shield, and do damage in one turn. And then it has the finale keyword, which means it needs to be the last thing that you do. If I hew this thing, I make Creation and Destruction, which says damage, shield, and heal. This activates one with all. And one with all just fucking copies hew, if I can find it. Just hit him. Whee! And that shit's free! Because you make Creation Destruction every time you go to 0 mana, not even at the end of your turn, every time you somehow magically get to 0 mana, you can do a lot with that. And it helps that Creation Destruction like hits significantly hard by itself. Guess placement on the left side of the screen is strategic. I mean, here, hold up. I move to the other side. Now I'm gonna uncomfortably stare at you. Ray is pretty modest, right? Like, that's fine. This is Serenial. Thighs exist. Selena is also completely harmless, right? Completely harmless bunny girl. But God forbid we get back to Team 1. I'll switch over again once we get to Team 1. Oh, I forgot to unbreak that. Hold up. Gonna take a quick second. For the first time I actually get to spam instead of like looking at what I'm doing. We just play cards. Don't see Tiff. I really don't. I'm gonna be honest. When I looked through Tiff's reveal stream, I saw her cards. I thought she was really nifty. I saw her design. I think she looks really nifty. And then they put her into combat and they showed the back sprite, and I'm like, you had to, huh? You couldn't resist. You absolutely had to, huh? I guess. I fucking guess, dude. Choop. But it is also legitimately just a better place to be on screen. It helps that I can use that. A gifted sentient ball of jello, this is pretty tame. Yuki is still Yuki. Hold up, I'll get into like character stuff real quick. Yuki's still Yuki. Ham is talking about this woman. We now have like the art department, by the way. Like, Tam is talking about this woman. you're right. And if you compare Tiff to that, this is just like pretty clean design, right? This is just a pretty cleanly designed character. I like her design a lot. They managed to avoid a lot of the like standard stereotypes for her character too. Like, yeah, she isn't like a bitchy small or anything. Like, she's perfectly reasonable. Member of the army. She's just small, right? The inside of her cape is sick. I love the like floaty shit as well. This is just a cool character design. However, let's get back into Team 1. You'll see what I mean. I'll get out of the... I'll get up here, I suppose. I'll get up here real quick. And then we didn't draw a Tiff card in our opener. That's beautiful. There is art in that. There is art in that. Hold up, let me hit that real quick. Next turn. Our deck size isn't all that big there. And then they had to do that. Deep sigh. Deep fucking sigh. That's more funny than anything else. Yeah, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and like decry how awful it is. But I was really looking at a character that I went like, oh, we have a normal character. I was really hoping for a normal character. And then, you know, we didn't get a normal character. It's fine. I know what game I'm playing, right? It's like if you're playing Nikke and you complain about the jiggle. Like, listen. Like, you know what you're playing. It's okay. Trust me, I played for the plot. Actually, I played for the sick fucking gameplay. That's the problem. Game's really good. No, Ham. I completely get the humor in it too. I very much understand where you're coming from. Circle? We got a circle! Wait. Hold up. Hold up. Hit you? Hit you. We could stack higher damage. I wonder what the death was of the stone to put in another dude. Next character is Jackal Girl, right? Whatever the fuck her name is. So, who knows? Matu, who knows? We still don't have whatever, like, the weird slime girl was either. I forgot her name. Not, Narja, the other one that wasn't Narja. What was her name? Tally. Hello, Tally. Thank you for the 40. I need to get rid of Sniper's Domain. I need to get rid of Sniper's Domain in this deck. Like, mark damage, we don't even apply mark. Nothing we have applies mark. Like Anubis themed. I can show you what she looks like. I hope that she's a Jackal or like a Doberman sort of thing. But I've heard like 50 different descriptors of her so far, so... she's not playable right now. She basically just appeared in the story for the first time, and we know she's the next banner. Hate when enemies survive with 1 HP? Same. Luckily, with Serenial, the Maxime is if at first you don't succeed, hit them with another fucking laser. So that barely ever happens. Whoop! Excuse me. Lasers. There we go. Sometimes we play a bit of catch up. Just a little bit. Yeah, I'll finish this off and then I'll show you the character Nonchalanto. We don't really have like a good view at her yet. But she's in one of the splash screens. So mad at myself that I forgot to get into this game when it first released. Yeah. I mean, the game is very catch-upable, right, Origin? The game is very catch-upable in my opinion. The big thing is Serenial. Serenial is the only character that isn't in standard banner. Like, everything in CZN goes into standard banner after it's done. Like, immediately. Not a month later or whatever. No, instantly. 2 AP, draw to 120% damage. Sounds fun. Let's go Event Horizon. But Serenial isn't. Serenial is the one exception to that rule. This is just gonna hurt. Sup, motherfucker? Damn it! It didn't hurt enough. That sucked. Just can't get Serenial. I'm honestly not too upset about that. She's really, really good. She's really, really powerful, but there's so many other things that are playable, right? For collection reasons, it sucks. But they might just rerun her later. Of Jackals only really is looking like the Anubis representation, when Jackals just look like coyotes or dingoes. No, that's also where I immediately went. Nonshot, that's also immediately where I went. Got an extra Narja on Tiff banner? I don't know whether I'd be mad about that. Narja is pretty cool. I need to build a Narja that doesn't piss me off. Like, I still have not managed to do that correctly. Every time I build Narja, like, she turns out like a clusterfuck. Maybe that's just because I need to build her for a specific purpose. I tried to build a generalist Narja and that just doesn't happen. It just does not happen. I might have to go like, okay, I want to build like a Narja for like chorizo, right? Yeah, Luca, Serena is just easy mode. Correct. So is 9, if we're being honest. So is 9. Don't need this. We don't need any of this, but... And now the lasering begins. Oops, I slipped. Narja port 1 sucks. What was Narja's port 1? I keep like misaligning these. Realistically, we kill all of these in one turn and then I fuck up. Damn it. There we go. You do kill all of these turn 1, but you do need to like finish them off one after another so you get your refreshes. And I just pointed the lasers at random things. So Shizuru? What about Shizuru? Like the easy mode? I don't know. I struggle making Shizuru like worthwhile. Even on like a proper Narja support, Shizuru also always just feels like you're not doing anything and you're not cycling fast enough at the same time. Skill issue, I know, but still. Increase Mutan's predation by 2. Yeah, that really doesn't do shit, huh? That really isn't anything. That really isn't anything. I was kind of surprised with how Tiff's E1 and 2 like lined up. I regret pulling on Shizuru so much. I still think she's interesting. But I could have gone away without her, yeah. That's okay. Like, my Shizuru pulls were pretty harmless. They were very, very harmless. Like, at the end of the day right now, I could regret pulling on Shizuru, or I could just be happy that I have every character. I think I'm going with, you know what, I have every character, that's good enough. Some of them are worse, some of them are better. All of them are playable. That's what I need to build, actually. I need to build a fucking Yuki for this season. I want to build a Yuki. Do you want to run a Yuki, chat? I have no idea what I do with Yuki this season. No clue what I do with her. You have the stupid cat mechanics, right? What are you, regenerative? Your mom's regenerative. Dual creation into rest of the combo. Let's see whether we make any more in deck. If we do, then yes, perfect. Then the square isn't wasted. Let's go make more. Oh my god, we keep drawing into more of the quantum seeds because there's nothing else left. There is a 1.
What? Time for cold 0 and Kelvin's. Because that's how full of chill our deck is.
Ori. Hello, Ori. Here, have some ice fragments, Ori. They're for you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. We just hit you. We can't 1 with all this turn. No, we can't totally 1 with all. Hold up. We can totally one with all by just like playing these. Oh, wait, but we don't need... What are we missing for one with all? There it is, we were missing shields. Well, but now we don't need to one with all. Boo. God damn it. What's a Yuki? Yuki is the Jello lady that Ham was talking about earlier. How do you feel about Hugo? Hugo is a bit tragic. Like, there's a really good way to play Hugo at the moment. Like, there's a really sick way to play Hugo at the moment. And you play him with Serenial, weirdly enough. The problem with that playstyle is you need to play Spores. And I deeply, deeply, deeply do not want to play Spores. I really don't. There's Creation and Destruction. Can we get anywhere by tiffing? No, we can't. Fine. The last good EA game. Spores, you say? They're not nearly as cool as Emmy. So Spores are a new thing in Season 2. They're an archetype of cards that say... makes a contaminated spore. Contaminated spore can be put on an enemy, and when it's on them, it increases the damage of the next hit they take by 5%. Used to be 10, then they had to nerf it because people went nuts with it. Used to also be unlimited, now they have to limit it to 20 because people went nuts with it. What do we have? Glacial? Your mom's Glacial. This is actually not a good Serenial enemy, like at all. This guy sucks. They put him here for a reason. This guy punches you when you play a card after he has acted. Because I don't have the funny you don't act anymore for the rest of the turn card. This is going to be slightly ass. Means we're going to have to expand a couple too many attacks for this. But yeah, so Spores has the other thing that says at the end of your turn, double the amount of spores in your hand. So it takes all the spores that you already have. Do I brute force this? I don't have to. I don't have to brute force shit. We're in Serenial. Yeah, we're fine. So you can get spores into hand on retain, right? And then just like put them on enemies. The important part with that is that spores are skill cards. The way that Hugo works is he gains a stack of Commence the Hunt whenever an ally plays a skill card, and whenever an ally attacks, he uses a stack of Commence the Hunt to attack an enemy. So you amass a couple spores and a couple lasers. You fire a couple spores to get Commence the Hunt stacks. You laser, you spore, you laser, you spore, you laser. You don't really get any like meaningful damage out of it, because you're busy like eating all the spores with Serenial lasers, and Serenial is good at a lot of things, but not good at capitalizing off of spores. You know what? I just want to hit this guy. We have too many fucking cards in hand. It'll be okay. A lot of days I need to sleep earlier and you're keeping me up due to being so cozy. I'm not cozy, I'm a fucking gremlin. Rawr. I don't feel very cozy today because I feel like throwing up every minute that I'm awake. So forgive me. But you should go to sleep if you need to. Let me play more cards! Why did you die this early? Anyway, so that's the end game. Congratulations. You're no gremlin, you're a duck. I can be a duck gremlin. Wait, what? Did I not do 10th? That was only 9! Hold up, one more. One more. I thought we were done. We weren't. Oh. Ugh. Toxic thing. At least this thing is counterable. Really easily counterable. Frost Charge? Frost Charge is cool. We'll just send it here. What's your modifier? Tingling. When a monster takes damage for the first time, add 3 shock cards to the draw deck. Ew. Ew. Oh, there they are. I'm glad we found them all immediately. Big fan. So we're just gonna have all of the debuffs, huh? I would like to break you. Let me break you. Must break you. This critting would be... Okay, this critting slightly higher would have been love. Magna? Thank you, Magna. We develop this, and then we just hit them. Just get this thing off my screen. Just gave you 3 more? Yeah, every turn the first time you hit it. Every turn the first time you hit it. That's fine. We don't need cards. We don't need cards. We can play video games. I would like to tiff here so hard. Event Horizon, even though this card reads like crack, so it gives you 1 AP, 1 draw, 40% damage to the next hit, right? And every time you play an archetype card, it goes, like, one of these randomly goes up by 1. It can be the same one 4 times. Baseline, it's only 3. Event Horizon has consistently been the weirdest card in this deck, because it doesn't upgrade while in your deck. Unlike last season, we had Ecstasy of Violence, which was a card that reduced its mana cost every time you inspiration something. That shit upgraded in deck. This doesn't. So you need to have this in hand, then you need to go through your archetype cards, and then you need to have 2 mana to play it. Oftentimes it refunds itself, obviously, because it only needs to get 1 upgrade in AP to be neutral. But God, the fact that this only upgrades in hand is obnoxious. On top of that, I have had multiple turns where I play a shit ton of exhaust cards. This says 4 out of 4 and nothing's upgraded. What mem fragments? 2-piece Tetra, 2-piece, 4-piece Glory Rain. The obvious ones. The very obvious ones. And then, unlike conventional wisdom, I just gave her random health shit. Defense. So, like, she wants defense. Over 300 defense to activate her passive. 10% crit damage for the entire party. That part matters a lot. But if you play Tiff in any way that matters, she will not have a card that can attack. I've seen so many people already that go, here's my Tiff build, and then she has a crit chance mem fragment and an order damage fragment. And I'm like, bitch, you removed creation and destruction. She cannot attack. None of her cards have a way to do damage. Why are you giving her crit chance and order damage? Fuck you. Just give her health. Like, legitimately, just health percent. Fuck it. But I guess people are too... My supports need to have max crit stat pilled because they play too much fucking Genshin. I don't know. Oh! Oh, why are you here? No, this is about to go so wrong. Why are you here? They knew what they're doing. We're about to get charmed. We're about to get charmed really hard. And the only hope we have is that Pale Shooting Star is playable after this is done. I should have played Shining Core, I fucked up. So Charm, this lasts for 6 attacks, and it randomizes mana costs. And I also didn't know she made those sounds when you hit her. That's very interesting. How much more Charm is on there? With 2 more? Does Sniper's Domain take one of those? Yes, Sniper's Domain does take one of those. And then we tack maneuver? Okay. You fucked up, bitch! You fucked up so much! Is that a Dominatrix Butterfly? Yep. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh card called Insector Picofelina, Affit. I know exactly what card you mean. I know exactly what card you mean. Picofelina. That's what you're thinking of. Anyway, Senmetsu? Would you like to Senmetsu? That's it, tomorrow morning I play Genshin on Discord. Oh no, Hatchley, oh no. Crit on healers is dumb unless the game has crit heals. Yeah, which it doesn't in this case, right? There's no such thing. People are super, because of other gacha games, specifically other gacha games, people are super pilled on well, defense stats don't matter, right? Like, I don't need health on people. I don't need defense on people. Let me just go, right? So they just put all of the attack stats on supports. Specifically, Genshin is really guilty of this. HSR as well, right? Like, if your support auto attacks once, you might as well make that auto attack hit for as much as possible. Completely unnecessary, obviously. Completely unnecessary. Okay, we're free here. This is like super free. You go over there. You go over yonder. Why is this the last thing you make me fight? Wait, didn't you have anything better to do? Fascinating. Like, did you leave the real enemy at home? Like, sorry, my dog ate my real boss fight? I don't know. Healer support job isn't to deal damage, even if deleting an enemy is the greatest form of healing. Yeah, but a lot of those games, Origin, in the interest of catering to people, have made it so that your healers and supports don't have a stat threshold that they have to have. You don't need to build this much healing bonus on a healer for them to do their job, because otherwise the game would be more inaccessible to people, right? Here, Nonchalanto, this is Yuki. This is Yuki. So, because you don't need to build healer stats on your healers in those games, you can just do whatever the fuck you want. That's why you just give them attack, right? CZN at the very beginning very much felt like this too. And I say very beginning as if this game is like old. It's not. But like the first patch for CZN was exactly like this. And now it isn't anymore. This is where my tiff is right now. I'm simply on Glorious Rain. These aren't good pieces, by the way. Glorious Rain is just really shittily rolled, just defense. You just care about defense, nothing else. Defense is her damage. Her damage is based on defense. Not that she has any. But healing is also based on defense. And other than that, shielding is based on defense. And other than that, she doesn't do anything else. So, like, she really doesn't need offensive stats. Ignore this, I flat out just don't have another piece. Here's one defense roll, fuck it. Here's 3 defense rolls. Here is 3 defense rolls. 3 defense rolls. Ignore the order damage, I forgot. And then here's 3 more defense rolls. Like, these are like, day 1, I just threw this on her. She does have some very cool damage builds. Cool. I refuse to play the cycle AP support as a damage dealer. I will say that one card that a lot of people remove on her that I refuse to remove on her is Creation and Destruction. So baseline Creation and Destruction. That's what this is. 144% defense-based damage, 96 shield, 96 heal, harmonization, double all effects. Harmonization is if the mana cost of this card and your current mana is the same, so if you play this at 1 mana, it doubles all of this, which is incredibly powerful. A lot of people remove this card because it can't cycle. You obviously get rid of matter disintegration and barrier deployments. A lot of people get rid of form convergence. I fucking hate form convergence, so I kill it too. And then dual creation is either the one that makes 3 cards, so replaces itself, or the one that is an upgrade and goes away. Quantum Seed has inherent ways that it can draw through the Gamba one, for example. The Gamba one makes it replace itself, which is why this one's cool. But if you get a draw 1 epiphany on any of these, they're all viable, maybe except the upgrade one. So like, people play her all the way, but Creation Destruction doesn't naturally cycle itself, and you do have to pay 1 mana. The 1 mana you pay is for a very high impact spell. This basically is 200% shield, 200% heal, like 300% damage, right? This is a very, very cheap card, but it is still 1 mana. But honestly, the upgrade Creation Destruction, you pay 1 mana, and then whenever your AP goes to 0 once per turn, you get a baseline Creation Destruction that costs 0. If you're already at 0, you play this for 0, it harmonizes, and hurts like fucking hell. So every turn, you get a free 200, 200, 300, or 300, 200, 200 rather. Every turn, you get this shit for free by paying 1 mana once. Not only that, Creation Destruction then single-handedly, by itself, and this might not matter to you, activates One With All. And if you're playing her in a deck where you need to find a specific card, or Hue is life, this is any card in your deck. With the caveat, you have to do this at the end of your turn. This can be any card in your deck once. Motherfucker shuffled away Hue, fetch Hue out of deck, play it, hit a guy, now it's back in your hand. Couldn't find the upgrade card that your entire deck relies on. This is the upgrade card your entire deck relies on. For the low price of fucking 20 points. Done. Mind you, this is 160 points only. Realistically, I have a reduced cost of this card by 1 on here because it's funny. Ignore this. Let's say you do pay 1 for it. You have a Divine Epi on 1 Quantum Seed, on 2 Quantum Seeds. You can still do that at 180. 180 is our current points cap. Fuck it. Get rid of the 4th Quantum Seed. You can have a Divine Epiphany on the 3rd one too. Make all of these be AP 1. Make all of these be draw 1. Who cares? And you can still play this at the same time, and you have points to spare on top of that. Like, in my opinion, getting rid of Creation Destruction is insane. Absolutely insane. But there is a billion ways that people play her. There's a billion ways that people make her at the moment. Mind you, new characters, so until we get like into like more crystallized ways, she's gonna look pretty diverse across the board. Like this equipment, for example, is fucking nothing. But yeah, like, in my opinion, getting rid of this is absolutely mind-numbingly insane. I have the funny AP1 Quantum Seed. It's very good. Yeah, shit, that's funny. That is very funny indeed. Damn. On which one is it? On which one is it, Matu? Is it on the Gamba one? Is it on the Casino one as well? Or do we have it on something else? Because draw 1 AP, make an archetype card. Mwah. Chef's kiss. It is choose 1. Choose 1's still insane. The one that says choose 1, make 1 in hand and in deck. Great. Fantastic. Love that. Love that. Absolutely love that. But yeah, so that's Tiff. The other character that I haven't really made anything for yet is Narja. I need like a good Narja build. I know what I want, but I've never really gotten anything to go with her. It doesn't help that I don't play her in anything right now. Simply because she'd go into the same like Serenial Hugo Spore pile thing that I don't like. Or into a Chorizo deck that I don't really care for at the moment. I need to like refarm her memory fragments anyway. These have all gone to hell. One of these days I'll make a Khalib deck that I don't fucking hate. This should already kind of be that. This should be the Khalib deck that I don't fucking hate, but it isn't. I just don't like playing Khalib, it turns out. Oh, Matu. I finally made the Orlia I always wanted to make. After we determined that Orlia is good now, behold. This shit's stupid. This is just dumb as fuck. Dumb as bricks. She should have been in the team instead of Magna, by the way. She should have been in the team instead of Magna. So this is just reduced cost, but it's the basic one. I'm super okay with it being the basic one. Although I could switch that to the softy one, right? But I do like the draw 1. That's why. Draw 1 reduce is super fucking neat. You are sacrificing the vulnerable application. Or the repeated vulnerable application on these softies, but I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. Then these are just 2 softies and 1 Will of Light. Ideally, I'd have another Will of Light. However, weirdly enough, the fact that mine is at E1 makes me not want to have another Will of Light. The fact that this retains is really annoying. There are so many times when I draw this and I don't want to play it because my mana is accounted for, and then it clogs my hand. And Olia has huge hand size issues, right? Huge tracts of land, huge hand size issues. That I just... no, I wish this didn't have retain. You're still missing Olia? Ah, shit, that sucks. I still haven't made a good Luke deck. But that's because I don't know what to do with him this season. They've just freshly introduced the new gear crafting that says 1 cost or less more damage. It's mistranslated. Right now it says 1 or more. That's wrong. So he like goes hard on that, but he'd also just go into the same like 1 to 0 mana Narja pile, right? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Do I still have memory frags on Yuki? I still have memory frags on Yuki. Let's go run Yuki. I have not tried to run her at all this season. I forgot I went this hard. I forgot to finish this, but that's okay. That's alright. Let's go run Yuki. Speaking of Yuki. Oh, reset! There, pat. I'll try Kakyoin? What, is that a motherfucking JoJo reference? Oh, you mean Keiron? Effort? No, not really. I built my Keiron the other day. Really? Oh, discard one. I refuse to play discard one. I'm sorry. 40-50 is a bit much. We can just play whatever. I don't even need to play at particularly high values. This is fine. We'll probably play Deep Trauma, but... let's go... Yuki... Who are we running Yuki with? So I built my Keiron the other day to run with like a Tifra exhaust support, and I just hated it. Like, he was level 20 before yesterday. Discard one with 9 sucks. Yep, Matu, absolutely. You discard Hugh. I had a run yesterday where I discarded Hugh turn 1, and then, or turn 2, and then I cycle back to Hugh finally, and it immediately discards it again. I was screaming. Here I'm with E2 Aaliyah. Aaliyah's insane now, Galandia. Orly is an insane character since season 2. Absolutely fucking busted. Wonderful to play now. What he wants to do feels weird. So, for everyone that doesn't know how Keiron works, here's how Keiron works. Keiron says, hey, all of my cards are really hard hitting for my mana cost. All of this is really efficient. Here's a downside. He makes futilities, these fuckers. They're just 1 mana cards that do nothing. And futilities are bad. However, you have an upgrade called Oath of Vanity that you absolutely must find, otherwise go fuck yourself. That changes futilities to be like these little pingy things that heal you and do a bit of damage. You can change them to be like less shit than that, to just be damage. But you must find this card. And then the entire name of the game is to exhaust futilities. Until you find this bitch. Brand of Annihilation says 7 mana. Skull fuck this planet. You don't have 7 mana. But the cost of this goes down for every futility you've exhausted for this entire fight. So you play this for 0, right? Not only that, you also have a Hole, which also scales like that. Plus damage amount for each exhausted futility. So over the course of a fight, the more futilities you've exhausted, the better this is. This scales endlessly theoretically. He hits really hard once you get there. So what Keiron wants to do is get futilities and then get rid of futilities. And there's a couple of really chill ways to do that. Remember when I just said I fucking hate form conversions? Select and exhaust up to 3 exhaust cards from all cards. So no matter where the futilities are, you can now kill them. Nice. And then you draw the others. Or you draw anything else, like you might draw archetype cards that are in your deck, right? You can kill futilities wherever you are. If you get this with a cost reduction, you dupe this. You dupe like 3 of these. You play 4 0-cost form convergences, and you let Keiron do his thing, and then you just eat all of the futilities and make archetype cards instead. Funnily enough, might be Tefera's strongest team right now. Not entirely, like not in the current boss fight, because the current boss fight doesn't really want Keiron. Well, you can play Keiron, but the current boss fight really favors 9. But that might be like Tiff's strongest general team for anything where she has ramp up time. For everything else, you have to sit there and go through your fertility generators, and then you have to make like, you have to find the cards that get rid of them, blah, blah. hate this. 9 has a Fatal that also works great with Charon. Absolutely. So 9 has a Fatal Strike over here. That does like a lot of things. For example, this is Fatal Strike. There are 2 Fatal Strikes that work really well if you keep Fatal Strike in your deck. I, for one, usually don't. Exhaust 2 random exhaust cards of other combatants in hand, so it eats futilities. For each card exhausted through this ability, increase damage amount of the next used attack card of this unit by 30% until used. So you pay 1 mana, you gain a 60% damage buff. And you eat few futilities. Sick. That then goes into hopefully hitting with either a Fighting Spirit or a Hue. I personally find that paying 1 mana sucks. I don't want to pay 1 mana for this, so you'd want to find a cost reduction for this too. A 9 is a character who inherently has space in her deck. It's really hard to get to cost limit with 9 because what do you want? You clone... You pay 60 to get rid of your basics, you get rid of Experience Strike that costs nothing, and then you dupe this 3 more times. So you pay another 40, which means you've paid 100, you've got 80 points left. You can afford to have like a -1 AP on this. It's only 20 more points, right? You've got the space, 100%. The other one that works really well is this one. Because you're going to be exhausting with Charon anyway, this will be 0. Because this goes down via its ignition effect when something else is exhausted. This card goes down by 1 and you will just retain this in hand, which means your Hue goes from level 0, level 1 to level 5 if you're playing Extreme, or to level 3 if you're playing anything else, and then you go off. The other thing that you're probably going to be playing with that isn't Extreme Hue. You're very likely to play Flash, because Flash has the same funny ignition requirement where this goes down in cost by 1 every time you exhaust something. So you can go 9 Charon Tefera. Charon is likely going to be your main DPS, whereas a 9 is just going to sit there and going to be playing these for free every time you exhaust shit. Hue just gets to be free. I don't know whether that's a better way to play 9, that making her like a glorified sub-DPS than anything else. I would probably still play like Tiff Nia or some shit like that. In order to just make Charon go. Because both of them are like whores for mana, right? Like, both of them pay way too much mana for their shit. But definitely works. There's some very, very obvious synergy there. Tempted to use an item to get Charon's skill that exhausts in the graveyard too. Oh, you mean the fucking stat rerolls? I mean, you can. Honestly, they're giving enough of them out, if you ask me. Just don't burn them willy-nilly. I burned one today. Out of frustration. You shouldn't do this. I mean, do what you want. I burned one today because this little goober over here. I can't look at her stuff right now, that's annoying. I was on like my 10th Magna run or something in a row. And I was just making a basic fucking Ice Fragment deck, right? And the annoying part about running Magna right now is finding fucking Victor's Laurel. I despise having to find this equipment. You don't have to. You can also play the Mask from the final boss. That's 35% more damage against vulnerable enemies. But I was finally on a run with Victor's Laurel. I am on 30% defense-based damage. I am on This Doesn't Matter. And we did find the block one for 10% more damage for everyone. We have Magna Pyramid. We have Sunsetting Bow, which you also can't fish for, right? And then fucking Frost Charge has the audacity to not roll vulnerable to targets that are counterattacked. I rerolled this 4 times. I get out of the thing. I'm like, okay. We have the double Ice Fragments. We have the Punch Ice Fragment. We have 2 copies of Ice Fragment with 4 Crystallization and random ass Morale Resolve. Fuck it, why not? We have Ice Wall. That's easy. Storm of Bitter Cold. Fuck it. And I burned a book on changing Frost Charge. I was just like, I'm done with this. Screw it. That's what they're there for, right? That's what they're there for. These have too good to use syndrome. They really do have too good to use syndrome. But listen. Screw it. Absolutely screw it. Plus I like Magna, so look at that little goober. Adorable Pat. Adorable Pat. Alright, so what are we running? Yuki or Leah? Fuck it. It's been since the beginning of Season 1 since last I ran Yuki, so I forgot what Yuki wants to run. We're just playing Ray, right? We're going Ray 0-2s. Are we even playing Olia then? We're playing 0-1s on Ray, which means we could play... No, we can't play Narja. What is Yuki's best team right now? If we're not running Orly... Veronica for... Well, Veronica. The answer is always Veronica, huh? Yeah, okay. Fucking good enough. And then maybe, Why is my Arwen stuck? Oh, never mind. Hello, Arwen. I had the same issue last night with a Mir Hurricane. Didn't get the right epi, so sitting on if I want to use 2 cards to fix the Hurricanes that have Divine. So I haven't personally done this yet. GT, but you seem to know this. When you change the Epiphany of a Divine Epiphany card, it keeps the Divine if it can, right? I've not pressed that button yet, but I've heard it keeps the fucking Divine on it if you switch it to something else. Which in theory means you can do a lot of bullshit. In theory it means you can do a lot of dumb shit. And finding the correct Divine Epiphany feels very tempting. One of the ideas is, if you wanted to like go super all out, you make a Serenial build, you find 1 AP or 2 vulnerable on lasers, it doesn't matter what the laser is, and then you just change all 4 lasers. Which is obviously overkill. Really, really overkill. Normally I'd be resetting here. We're just gonna be playing this. We're just gonna play it down. We don't need to like super try hard. Told it keeps the Divine and you get to choose which one. I've been told the same thing. By multiple sources, but I have not been able to confirm it for myself. We have 3,000 fucking health. Holy shit. Hello, Ring Song. Good morning. Each time a skill card is exhausted, we no do that right now. I guess with Tranquility. Alright. Chaos! So for those of you that haven't seen this yet, this is the normal quote-unquote gameplay loop. We're going to be running this team of 3 through this here dungeon. This is floor 1, and then there's a floor 2. We have encounter tiles, rest tiles, random event tiles, we have elite tiles, and shop tiles. We also have this little thing. This is the arena. This is the season mechanic right now, and we must get there. We also have one here. They're exclusive to one another. We're probably getting this one because I like the shop afterwards. That routes through a buffed elite. We're going to try to avoid as many campfires as possible because campfires early on are basically just wastes of time. 1 fight, 2 fight, 3 fight, 4 fight. Is that the most amount of fight? The same amount of fight, it doesn't matter. We get 4 fight at most. Let's go fight. Is it weird that I like the Lab Zero hyperspace over the arena? Honestly, yeah, Luca, yeah, it is. I like arena a lot. Couple of reasons why. A hyperspace was too random. Whether I got a forbidden card or not was too random for me. Whether I got the forbidden card that I was looking for or not was too random for me. The fact that Lab only in the first half gave you anything worthwhile and then the second one was worthless to begin with, so you always skipped the second one, was super off-putting and devalued the season mechanic a lot. I liked forbidden cards a lot. I'll tell you this. I loved forbidden cards and I wish we could still get them now. I wish we had access to forbidden cards right now. Combined with this. Then, being sped out at a random fucking point was really annoying for route planning. I hated that to death. I hated that to death a lot. And the fact that this season doesn't do that anymore is really, really pleasant. Thematically, I like the arena. Ooh, do I want to go grab loot? Maybe. Have you fought the secret boss from arena yet? Yes! Have you figured out how to make the sword work? I have the sword. I know how to work it. I don't have a build that makes the sword work. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think it's fucking worth it. I've done the boss a couple of times now. And for me, that boss is, you have a more annoying arena and you gain 180 credits. The equipment that he drops to me is relatively worthless. I feel like that equipment is how they want us to do the Videus fight with only arena gear. But man, do I really not want to. I was hoping that that boss was going to drop different pieces of loot and not just one. But he only seems to be dropping that fucking thing, huh? I mainly used it for epiphanies. It was pretty solid with spitting those out. Arena now consistently has 2 fights, Luca. Every arena has 2 fights, and because you're doing them on the same tile, arena is 2 fights on 1 tile, which is better for epiphanies than lab has ever been. Like mathematically. Me with the sword works. No, okay, so for those of you that don't know, there is a new boss that you can do. We might do that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Yuki. We'll probably not. He drops a piece of equipment that says all arena cards do 20% more damage. And at the start of the game, create Judgment. Judgment is a little sword in your hand that does fuck all. However, when every arena card has been created, so when you make all of the other arena cards, at least once in a fight, it transforms it. And it transforms it to a 1000%, irrelevant, who cares, and 10 tenacity damage. 10 tenacity damage is an auto break. It just means whatever the fuck you're hitting is now broken. And that... Now that has ramifications. There are things you can do with that. The problem is the way that you create arena cards. One arena card is created on every odd turn, one is created on every even turn, one is created if you don't hit something for a turn, the other one is created when you block all damage for a turn, and then that's it? There's another one, I forgot how it's created. I think there's 5. Which means the quickest you can make this thing is turn 2? If you're getting real fucking lucky? And I'm not really interested in that. You can't do it on one character, you have to do it on multiple characters. So I reckon what you'd be doing is, every character holds 2 arena pieces, and every character holds that specific gear. I do want to make that build eventually. I do want to make a squad of 3 where everyone holds that gear to make Judgment. And then the other gear pieces are just arena gear. The problem is that you can't find that much arena gear. You will need to find specifically the event, the fate, that gives you a random piece of arena gear at the start of a run. Fuck. Hold up, chat. Hold up, sorry. Be right back. Ah, there's the break that I was afraid of. Be right back. I live. Oh, I live. Hi. Whew. Sorry. I'm alive. Isn't that really stupid broken for Serenial? It really isn't. The problem is you're sacrificing all of your equipment for it, Theo. And Serenial already breaks enemies whenever the fuck she wants to. She already breaks whatever she wants to, right? You don't need like a gimmick card like this. It also means that one of the cards only triggers when you block every damage one turn, which means you're probably playing Magna, right? One of the characters you're doing this with is very likely Magna. Another one is very likely Tiff. Both of them remove all of their damage cards. And you just make shields. I don't know. We're not taking the Liar, we're just removing cards. I almost forgot how to play Yuki, holy shit. Actually, I entirely forgot how to play Yuki. Damn. Alright, we're going up. We're just going up. But yeah, the point I was making is that you'll have to sacrifice like all of your equipment in the entire team. Sturdy Build or Leah an option for it? Oh, very much so, Theo. Sturdy Build or Leah is very likely the third one, huh? Very likely the third one then. That makes a lot of sense. These suck! Great. I hate generic epiphanies so much. I hate generic epiphanies so much. I wish generics weren't a fucking thing, dude. Or I wish generics were handled differently. Every time I see a generic epiphany on a card where they're not prominent, I go, this was just a waste. Ugh. Well, we're gonna reroll this. Unfortunately, it's on Flash Slash, a card that we do care about very deeply, so we're gonna take the generic and then try to reroll it because the other ones distort the playstyle too much. Way too much. Oh, could have gone up there. Sanctified for reroll. Morale 3 on Flash, so great, yeah, really cool. We have Shelling Ballista. I love Shelling Ballista. Shelling Ballista is my favorite ballista. Actually, Giant Ballista is my favorite ballista, but don't tell Shelling Ballista that. It doesn't need to know. It's a secret. It's a secret. One of these days the fast forward button will get better. Just give me the epi. We're just epiphanying Yuki, right? We're just getting Yuki to max, and then once we got Iceberg Cleave online, we just Iceberg over them. And we hope that that's gonna be enough. Freezing Blade. Freezing Blade is my favorite Yuki card. That's the card that made me go like, damn, I want to play this character. I've been hearing people going nuts on Piercing Ballista. Is there a reason? It ignores shields. I don't know what the current reason for Piercing Ballista is, but at the beginning of the game, people were really hyped about Piercing Ballista because Veronica's damage isn't inconsequential. Her damage can actually ramp quite high, and there are some enemies that have a ridiculously low health pool that Veronica can just one-shot with a Piercing Ballista. But in my opinion, and in my experience, the amount of enemies that she can kill with that are very few and far between. And what ends up happening is that Piercing Ballista does some health damage, and then your actual DPS goes through the entirety of the shield anyway, and then kills the enemy raw. So... Piercing, Enhance, and Giant are my faves. Enhance is cool, but Enhance is also the crit one, right? And I don't want to build crit on her. We can't do this at all. That's annoying. Man, crit? Okay, fine. I forgive you. Do I forgive you? Should I have Predator played it first? Yes. Yes, I should have. Thank you, Veronica. Oh, Cthulhu, you say? Okay. 20 pulls until pick? Ooh, cool. 20 pulls until pick is hype. Freezing Blade into Firing Prep into Prep. If you've never seen Cthulhu, this guy has one very clear rule. If the last used card was from the same combatant, he immediately attacks and gains an extra action, and then you have to cry. So you can never play the same card one after another, or the same combatant one after another. The problem is, Cthulhu is usually, this is a very, very good thing to find, because this guy drops very strong equipment. However, we are very early in a run right now, and my ability to deal with the fuck is a bit bad. What was the last thing we played? It was Prepare to Subdue? Am I reposing here? I don't want to repose here. If we repose into a Rapid Slash, I'm gonna cry. We're gonna repose into a Rapid Slash. We didn't! We got into a Longsword instead. Bingo Pendant. I didn't know I couldn't do 2 cards off the same combat in a row against this fuck. That's his entire mechanic. I have no idea which one I'm gonna pick is the problem. If you tell, I can give you advice if you want, Origin. I might have a pretty decent idea who might work. But normally this guy's dead now. Comes down to a lot of factors though. We got Trickery Strike. Normally we got Trickery Strike, Rapid Slash, but we can't do that. Ah! Ah! Ugh. I hate finding this early. Let's go Pred into Rapid. And then, I don't know, Skyscraper Cleave. Yeah, no, like, so out of all of the available ones, who do you not have yet, Origin? Who do you not have yet? Let's start there. That might help. He's dead next turn, but we're eating this one to the face. Yeah, there we go. And then, unfortunately, we ended on Yuki, which means I don't get to Trickery into Rapid. I really want to Trickery into Rapid, though. And if I end now, this kills. It only kills on crit. We have a 0 in deck. There's a Prep to sub. There's no 0 in deck. Do I have to take another round of this? Do I have to? I have to. We don't prep this up because there's nothing we can draw from this. This could have critted twice and then we would have been out of here. Fine. Ugh, what is damage anyway? There we go. Nathan, Veronica, Khalid, Magna, Renoa are the ones in the pick that I don't have. Veronica. Okay, so... to give you more in-depth on this Origin, Malin is super cool. Malin was super sick and still is very, very powerful, but Malin is a skill spammer. So Malin is like Rin, is like Serenial, is like Shizuru. She's a skill spammer that wants to play the same cards over and over and over and over again. And as such, she doesn't really stand out. Like, she does crazy amounts of damage, don't get me wrong, but I reckon you already have characters that do crazy amount of damage, right? Veronica is a draw support. Veronica's entire shtick is that she does this. This is Repose. Repose has an upgrade that says 0 mana, draw 2 cards from other people. You take 4 of those. And then she draws everyone else's cards. And that's it. That's it. At the same time, first of all, that's adorable. At the same time, the ballistas are considerable damage, and her deck is almost nil. Like, the rest, what remains of her deck is almost exactly Repose. There's nothing else that she could draw. Kowalski maybe, but Kowalski also says draw 2, so whatever. So Veronica goes into a lot of decks, because she can just churn through the entire fucking deck very, very quickly. Khalid is a really good tank support. I always struggle with Khalid. Everyone always says she does so much damage and so much tanking, and mine never does. But Khalid theoretically thrives on being stuck behind any character that pays 2 or 3 mana for their skills. So 9, Haru, Keiron, Maribel, because Vulture Ejection is a card that says Celestial, and Celestial activates whenever you play a card that costs 2 or 3. This plays Vulture Ejection for free, does damage in AoE, then gives you shields, and then gives you a Silver Veil. Silver Veil is her mechanic. If she ever goes to 3 off of these, then she does a big hit on everyone. She does a lot of AoE, a lot of shielding. Mine has always felt lackluster, and mine's at E4. I don't know. I've been cursed with an E4 Khalib, and she is just... I've just never found her good. I don't know. But I'm the minority there. Khalib's great. So you want to stick her behind other people. Magna. Ooh, Magna. Actually, you might not pick Veronica, you might pick Magna. Magna is the character that has gotten the biggest glow up from 2.0. Magna is a pure counter tank. You give her shields, and then she punches people to death. Last patch, she was punching people for like 60 damage, because counter damage was fixed damage. It couldn't crit, it was kind of shit. Magna right now hits for a couple thousand when she punches someone, while also consistently applying vulnerable to enemies that you then get to use on everyone else. While also having exactly 1 card in deck. Every other card that she has is an upgrade that she just uses up, and then she sits there and just counter punches people. Magna's fucking sick, dude! I really like playing her with 9 because she applies so much vulnerable that 9 gets to use. She's bad with skill spammers because she doesn't apply enough for that. But, oh, what a wonderful fucking character. Oh, I'm not biased. Magna wasn't my first 5-star or anything. I'm not biased at all. Love her. Wish I had a higher level of her. Mine's like E2 or something. Rinoa, I hate Rinoa. Rinoa is Keiron, but like scuffed. Rinoa makes many bullets. And then you want to grab all the bullets and then exhaust all of them for like big hits. Honestly, Rinoa is main girl, but Rinoa is also worst girl. I don't like Rinoa whatsoever. She's another mega attacker, right? Exhaust-based void attacker, as the other 500 of them. Flip-a-coin to decide between Magna and Veronica. What's like the main character you're currently jamming, Origin? Like, what's the main like murder you're currently playing? Did they rework Rinoa? No. She got like minor buffs. Shadow of Operation. Nah. Sad. 9, Magna. Magna. Veronica, you can run Veronica on Magna. You can run Veronica on 9, but 9's entire shtick is that she always has access to her main card, so 9 doesn't need deck turn. But Magna behind a 9 is really fucking funny. Really fucking funny. You eliminate an entire character's deck, because Magna has 1 card or no cards. I like Glacial Iron Fist, but you don't have to keep it. 9 feeds back into Magna if you play Ironclad Hue. I personally really like Ironclad Hue. It's not the highest damage potential, but it's definitely the safest of the fuckers. Ironclad feeds into a Storm of Bitter Cold by giving her counterattack stacks. On top of that, you could play Ambush Hue. Ambush Hue triggers whenever someone counterattacks. And what does Magna do? She counterattacks! Magna's counterattacks then leave vulnerable stacks on the enemy, and Ambush Hue immediately eats that vulnerable stack to get 50% more damage. God. And at the same time, you're playing exactly 9 plus 1 other character, because Magna, after a turn, is basically invisible to your deck economy. But you're also never dying, ever. I love Ironclad Hue, it's arguably the best one. No. It's not. But I would like to live in a world where it was. Let me put it this way, Origin. I would like to live in a world where Ironclad Hue was the best one. I would really like to, but let's not lie, right? Let's not lie to ourselves. I forgot I'm playing Ray and have no healing and must scream. Oh, and I also forgot I'm playing Veronica, never mind. I tried 9 Ambush with Magna, felt so bad. Ambush very disappointing, was hoping it would proc per counter hit. I was hoping the same thing. You know what? Screw this. screw this. I was hoping the exact same thing, GT. However, ambush triggers exactly once. Fuck it, we're playing 9 Magna. I want to play 9 Magna, that's way funnier. Way funnier. Yeah. Shut it. Here. We can run weird shit, like, later. There. We're running this shit. Go. So the reason why ambush sucks a little bit, is because it's single target, and it only triggers at the end of all counterattacks once. You can cheat this. Ambush Hue is cheatable. If you get an enemy to attack you on your turn by running their clock down to 1, and then there are other enemies on the board that still need to attack, you pass into them, you get another ambush. Theoretically, you can get multiple ambushes, but if you pass to enemies and they all just attack you, then you only get 1 ambush out of it. Which feels lackluster. Absolutely feels lackluster. I'm biased towards multi-purpose cards. I like Ironclad too, Origin, don't get me wrong, but it's like Extreme is really the best one. I would argue that the difference isn't that big to force you into one necessarily. Right, you can play whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, ducklings of all shapes and sizes, the worst card in the deck. Ooh, Glacial Iron Fist. And we start on Creation and Destruction. And we start on Lazy. You know what? Sure. Sure, I'll play... Wait! Hold up. Did I see that correctly? Wait. They changed Rally to be Exhaust too? Come on, man. When did that happen? I haven't picked up a Rally since Season 1. Come on, dude. That's just rude. Ambush activates 3 times. Like, even then, you can just say ambush activates for as many times as you have ambush, right? Because ambush 3 still says you don't have ambush anymore. You only get it back next turn. So let's say you're sitting on Hue ambush 0. You get attacked 3 times, you go ambush 1, ambush 2, ambush 3, and then you don't anymore. So if the enemy attacks you 8 times, you don't get more. Could just do that. Blech. Like Wanderer, yeah, I saw that Wanderer is exhaust now. Wanderer was so good, and now I don't want to touch it. Now I really don't want to touch it. I like my reroll late. Bleh. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5 go elite. Yeah, okay, we're going up. I think I saw a while on your comfy stream in the shop. Yeah, but I didn't know it had exhaust too, Ori. I didn't know it had exhaust too. I didn't read that part of the patch notes. Yeah, this is a funny Magna card. Glacial Iron Fist says punch a motherfucker and then gain shield based on it. Ironically, that's also probably the only Magna card that does damage that you keep. Optional. My current Magna deck doesn't even keep that. What does Wanderer do? Wanderer of the Void points at an enemy and says, until the end of the turn, this enemy's counter here, this counter, doesn't go down. So normally when you play a card, all enemies' counters go down, and if they ever reach 0, then they get to attack you. Wanderer was used to stall enemies so that they couldn't touch you if you wanted to play like high combo turns. It was really, really good for that. It enabled some really, really cool stuff. And now it doesn't. It was very, very powerful. But now it is still powerful, but only once. And you're never picking more than 1 copy of it. Like, you're not paying 20 for multiple copies. Yeah, that's fine. Mind you, in most encounters, you only ever need 1 Wanderer, right? Like, it's not like you need multi-activations of it on average. But it was nice that he could have it. Ah, Ice Wall. Good. Good. We're getting the good goods. And now we go down. This is Ice Fragment. I'm just going to explain the entirety of Magna while we play her. So Ice Fragment does two things. Can I... Nope, no what? Crystallization gives you a fixed shield at the end of your turn. This doesn't seem to matter. Trust me, this matters. This piles up to be a lot because Crystallization just stacks. Ice Fragment is also the card that you're likely duping on her. If you can have 4 of them, you want 4 of them. And every stack is 20%. Let's say out of the 4 Ice Fragments, 3 of them are the big one. Then each of them is 80% shield. 240 shield for free at the end of every single turn matters. On top of that, they also give you a counterattack, which is at least something. Bonk. And then we're gonna punch a couple of these. Like, we're just sitting on cozy shield, right? There's a punch. Thank you, Magna. I'd really liked a heal, but fine. Fatal Strike. 30% more damage on generic damage reduction. Be still my beating heart. I fucking hate Fatal Strike. We're picking it because I'm not keeping it. And the others are kind of bad. There's an early Event Horizon. Event Horizon is a really big deck clog until you can make cards, which, unless you're running dedicated Tifera runs, you're probably never going to make enough of these to matter in Chaos. Because you do need to actively spend some of your card dupes on Quantum, which we're not going to be doing because we're building... Who are we building? You know what? I haven't built a 9 in a while. Let's go actually build 9. Millennium Arbor, good start. This is one of her better weapons. Weirdly enough, for a blue. Millennium Arbor is really good unless you have a lot of other sources of vulnerable, which right now we do not. Because Magna doesn't do the Magna thing yet. She will eventually. And then we punch a guy. And that feels good. And then we punch a guy. Because we should. Cool. Uppy. I need to spend the last parts of my skill tree. I forgot about that. What are you on? Quick? Quick, reduce action count by 3. That's cute. You can do that if you want to. But then I get to punch you. Soul Whale. Rah. Let's go Quantum Seed. Draw one! It's almost guaranteed to be this one. I don't care for the generic garbage. Hate losing the heal, but... You know what? Let's go for the generic garbage. I do need to create slightly more cards than I thought I would. Création. A heal. And that gives us enough mana to Frost Shield through this. And it gets to resonance us. Very cool. Perish. We're looking for exactly one specific item. We're looking for a Magna Pyramid. I don't care what the name of the item actually is. It's called the Magna Pyramid. We get a shop after Arena. A cube! Behold! A cube has arrived! This is almost worthless on 9 and a godsend item on basically every other DPS. But doing plus 25% more damage on a character that hits for like 1000% is so big. So big. It's additive 25%, unfortunately. That's the problem. Do I want sword? Do I want sword? Not particularly. Do I want Robe of Oblivion? Not particularly. Part of me wants to run a run with Cassius, but I have no idea who to even put with him. I'm gonna be honest with you, Origin. After 2.0, my Cassius is level 1 and I'm never touching that character again. I really dislike new Cassius. Really, really dislike new Cassius. I think I'm okay without sword. Yeah, I'm okay without sword. Fuck you, pay me. Most importantly, we don't have Fighting Spirit yet. So this here is the season mechanic this time around. Last time we had tunnels. This time we have an arena. in Arena, we have 2 stages that we have to fight through. Whoop. Stage 1. And the big gimmick in all of these is that this is the pile. You can attack this weapon pile to get an arena card. And then that arena card is a weapon that you get to put into an enemy. It looks like this. So we got Charge Strike. This is can't be played, and it's defense-based damage for each AP. Incinerate, activate this card. So if this is exhausted through any means, it activates. We can either incinerate this with another card that we have, or we can wait until the end of turn because it's also ephemeral. Ephemeral means at the end of the turn it will exhaust itself. What game's the pile from again? The one with Arashi. What was the fucking game called? Scarlet Nexus, something red. I had like Crimson Mad. Scarlet Nexus, yeah. The pile! Exactly. We also have Rocket Punch. Shit ton of damage. However, only has a 25% chance to activate. And every time you hold this, it gets another 25% chance to activate. Charge Strike. Just... Yep, there we go. Arena cards. The arena cards, unironically, aren't bad. I swear, a lot of them are really fucking interesting. Hopefully we get to see like another one. Give me the good one. Nope, 2 Rocket Punch. Good lord, wait, good lord, what? Swing. Punch, punch. Swing. And one of them activates. Okay, one of them activates. Punch this guy. Give me another one. Rocket Punch, charge. We're only seeing the annoying ones. These are my least favorite arena cards. I keep putting word commands in chat. I didn't even read that as exclamation mark M-ham. I read that as I am. And I'm like, oh, then Ham stopped his sentence. Rage Potion. When 4 attack cards are activated, increase damage amount of the next attack card activated by 40%. This thing's really cool because Hue 1, 2, 3, 4 don't do shit. And then Hue 5 says... however, we're probably building Ironclad, so I don't much care for this right now. I don't know what trinket we'd run, but a Rage Potion isn't bad, just not for me right now. And then, and this is the reward, this is the payoff for Arena, we get to craft. At the start of battle, draw 1 exhaust card of this unit. We don't have any. On card retain or exhaust, 100% fixed damage to a random enemy. This might seem fun. I will tell you, do not pick these random damage things ever. The current Great Rift boss has a mechanic where you get 1 hit. You're allowed to hit them once. If you have these, like, piss-low damage incidentals that go like, oh, when you exhaust a card, do a bit of damage, and you try to set up, this shit counts. This counts for the 1 hit you're allowed to have. Do not pick this garbage up. Don't. When drawing your own attack card by an ability, increases damage amount of that card by 50% for 1 turn. This doesn't work. I haven't picked this yet, so I need to pick it for completion, but I'm not about to now. If owning 18 or less cards, increase damage amount of attack cards by 30. This is fine. Damage amount of 1 cost or lower. They fixed it. Until yesterday even, or until this morning even, this used to say 30% damage amount of 1 cost or higher. But they've shown the correct translation in a live stream, so we knew this was lower. And on counterattack, 200% defense-based damage to all enemies. This is fun as fuck. Put this on your Magna. Just have fun with it. This shit slaps. But doesn't work for what we're playing. When a 3 cost or higher card is activated, 1 AP. Okay. Okay. Free AP! Yay! Renoa on dead in the raid boss sesh. One of the top players right now is doing that boss fight with Renoa, Theo. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're like in the top 10 or something. I don't care for Lumen. We're just gonna punch you. Hello. I'm here to punch you. Hiya. So now we get 1 AP for breaking him and 1 AP because that's a 3 cost card. And then we can't do anything with that AP. And that is fine. Let's go Iceland real quick. Very carefully. Yeah, the entire fight is supposed to be very careful. So the way that the new boss works is you have two arms, left arm, right arm. And they're annoying. They do annoying shit. Once both arms go down, the head comes down. And then in phase 1, you have 5 turns or 5 actions, a mixture of the two. Every time you skip a turn, the count goes down. Every time you hit him, the count goes down. And then the arms come back after 5. In second stage, the one that matters, you have 1 hit. You've got 1 shot. Get the arms down, play all of your buff cards, and then hew the motherfucker. You have 1. Only 1. Hey, look, double. Fun. Sword reflected in the lake. Ooh. I like sword reflected in the lake. Not here. Although, you know what? No. We're gonna have better ways of applying Vuln once we have Magna. The cool part is, the craft that we just made sticks with us. That's on the slot, not on the item. Thank you for that. A sword reflected in the lake isn't particularly good. A 25% is something we can do much better with, but it's also not a legendary. The important part is it's not a legendary, so it doesn't lock us from any other options, which means taking it is perfectly fine. And then we just kind of heal real quick. Yes, you would never type. You know what, Theo? Yeah. I was really surprised. Like, in my first run of this ever, when the season launched, I had a thing where I was like, oh, I don't want to replace this. I just had the cool craft effect. And I instantly found out that it works, that it just transfers over, and was very happy. I was very, very happy. A friend of mine found this out in like his 20th run, and he had given up on a lot of good upgrades, because he didn't know. Unless this crits, this doesn't kill, so we're just gonna get the shield. Never mind. Never mind. It's okay. We take the double shop. We have money, like a lot of money, and we have a shit ton of cards to remove. Back edge parry goes to hell first. We're taking time regulator because I really need... Not counterblade! I really need fighting spirit. So we're immediately replacing that with cube again. We don't have anything to reroll yet, right? I don't care about Fatal Strike nor Experience Strike. And Hugh hasn't epiphanied yet, that's the important part. It's all about Hugh. So we're just leaving. I'm not playing her spores. If I can avoid spores, I will, at all costs. Original spores were cool and broken. New spores feel cope. Very, very cope. Hit you twice. Send it. Volcanic shot. I mean, it really wants us to play the Ice Fragment, but we're just not going to. Good enough. Oh, no! Counterblade, why? Oh, fuck. I shouldn't, though. I mean, we have the Divine Epi allowance, right? We do have it. The sad part is, if we want to play Ironclad, we're playing the Shield version, which means we play Initiation Unique. But we're playing Tiff. So, really... Ah, fuck it, give me that. Give me that. The 1 AP doesn't matter because it's not a card that comes back. It's 1 AP over the course of the entire fight. Actually eat the Experience Strike. Get rid of that. Best thing we can find is another Time Regulator. I'm tempted to hard roll for a Time Regulator. That's sad. So now... Oh, no, we're not gonna get the Epi. Shit. So we're not gonna get Fighting Spirit. That's the problem. We want Fighting Spirit here, because that's the card we want to duplicate. But we don't have Fighting Spirit. Our Epi in deck right now is exactly Rally, which doesn't help us. Finch! You feel any better? I've only had to AFK once so far, Fishy. I've only had to AFK once. So the answer is... normally we play Fatal Strike before Hue, but this is the only way we're making mana to play Fatal Strike. So we have to play it that round. Howl. Howl is fine. Quantum Seed into a triangle. Triangle just means this hits 30% harder. And because we're going exactly into a 3, that's where we want the damage buffs. We don't have any stack at the moment, but that's okay. It's better than no. It is better than no. Like I want to say, Fishy, I'm in good spirits. The light is broken. The light inside is broken, but I still work, right? That's the one. There's no world in which we can ever play Event Horizon, really. Rally for... fuck this. Awful. They gave it exhaust and they didn't have the... and they had the audacity to not update the morale to be permanent. Are you kidding me? Bastards. Bastards, all of them, I swear. We don't have anything to fetch here. We could Event Horizon, but it didn't give us the AP. And I don't want to go negative here. W is good enough. We're being very slow about it at the moment. Very slow about it. Which is largely because we haven't developed anything. Okay. Dual Creation is dead. Like, a lot of Tifra feels dead in Chaos. She's kind of broken once you've built her, but during a Chaos run, she feels very dead a lot of the time. She has the issue that I had with Narja on release, where, yeah, the product is great, but the way there is a bit lackluster, you know? A problem that 9 does not have whatsoever. We don't have shit we want to copy. Let's just go grab like a Quantum Seed or whatever. But if we were to build specifically 9 right now, we would be resetting at this point. We would be absolutely resetting. Completely understand. I was a good fishy boy and left work at 40 hours and now I have a case of beer and pending Indian comes. Hell yes. Hell yes. Wonderful. Got to weekend on time. Very happy. We play Tranquility. We're playing for blocks anyway. This gives us AP on draw if we ever get there. If we don't, then we cry. We see our goal already. Just in case there's a second one. There is a second one. We could go combat event heavy. No, I want the reroll. Do I want 2 rerolls? I feel like I do. Let's go take 2, fuck it. What's the worst that can happen? Warmer book coming in? Ooh. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Is this Ironclad? Or is it sad? Extreme Massacre Flash. So Extreme is the one that's next to 5, which is the community favorite one. A Massacre is an AoE, which is really nice. And Flash is the one that you want to play when you exhaust a lot of shit. Flash is newly very interesting with Tiff. We're going to pick up Extreme here just for the damage output, but I am going to fix to reroll this into Ironclad. In the case of Beer has hands? Wait, why would it have hands? Hold up. What Eldritch monstrosity are you creating over there? What are you making there? 12 pack of Guinness, a delightful local world beer. 12 pack of Guinness. Fishy, I've seen pub brawls like happen with less than that. I've seen that with less. I don't see Ironclad. Now I'm sad. Once again, we're looking for time regulator. Didn't find it. That's okay. I will share a secret. You're not in a pub? Is that the secret? Are you looking for a fight? Wait, is that the secret? Had 2 pitchers of Guinness at lunch and gone back to work unfazed. That's my boy. So proud, so proud. He can drink. I used to have a really high alcohol tolerance. When I was a young lad, of legal drinking age, I used to have a really large alcohol tolerance. I now have a weird tolerance against weird things. Like, I still have a really high tolerance for, like, my favorite alcohol. I love absinthe to death. I can drink that until I die. Everything else? If you give me, like, 2 beer, I'm dead. I fucking die. That's the wrong target, lady. Welcome to a 9 that actually does things. Now we're killing people. Really hard. Wish we could hurt this freak in any way that matters. We cannot. Absinthe enjoys? I love absinthe. My favorite alcohol by, like, a long shot. We're really not killing this, huh? Next turn it runs, and we have nothing. Give me a card. Fire support drone is the wrong card. Do I want this freak to die? Damn, I really do want this freak to die, huh? There's nothing in deck that gets us there. Magna. I know this doesn't kill him, but I need to be frustrated real quick. Good job, Magna. Proud of ya. Well done, girly. And then we play a Frost Shield and cry. Wait! We got to 0! Creation and Destruction! I forgot! Woo! Woo! Woo, woo, woo. Not my favorite, but my favorite is also high proof and green. Shutters. That is stupid expensive. That is stupid expensive. But I can respect that. That is a good choice. Louisiana cocktail, which has 3 dashes of absinthe in it. I don't know that cocktail. I do not know that cocktail. I drink my absinthe neat. That's my preferred form. Like, well, I say neat. I mean, with a spoon and chill drops of water, right? Like the way that you're supposed to drink absinthe. Like glass, absinthe spoon, sugar cube,
Quick shot.
dribble
Bring the
water.
shield waifu. Has not even got her in the run.
Wait, but she's right here. The shield waifu is right there. Fishy, thank you so much. Thank you so much. My go-to is a Long Island iced tea. My favorite cocktail. My favorite cocktail. Absolutely. If you make me pick a cocktail to drink for the rest of my life, Long Island is that cocktail. Absolutely. Absolutely. Probably not because it's good. I just like it. Ironclad, we found it. So what does Ironclad do? It makes shields. It makes a shit ton of shields. That's all this thing does. That's what we're playing. We're just over here blocking. However, that means our damage output just kind of went the way of the dodo. So we're not doing trial. We're just going arena. Yeah, it is good like that. I have like an absinthe fountain for it. Well, we have 2 absinthe fountains. The fountain makes it seem so big and scary and expensive, right? But one of them is literally just like a glass pitcher with 2 weird valves that's standing on like a little like metal ring. That's it. It's like, who gives a shit, right? You can make this out of tinfoil if you wanted to. And I'm pretty sure people have. And the other one is a bit more intricate because it was a gift that was given to us, which is really, really nice. Oh, love that thing.
Schnaps soll Karn high.
Dun-dun! Thank you for the 66! Schnapszahl! Schnapszahl is a German concept of just the same number repeated. So 66, 77. I don't know where it derives from. I don't know why we have this, but there you go. Someone get this guy some Malort. Fuck off. Malort is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I don't know why. I despise that shit. A friend of mine got me a bottle and went like, you'll like this, you like bad stuff. I'm like, what do you mean? Oh, no. No. Absolutely. I don't know. Like, Malord is the one with, like, actual fucking wormwood, right? Like, Malord is the one that is made out of the actual thing that people think absinthe is still made out of, right? I think so, anyway. Awful. Awful, I hate it. Is there any controller partner that comes even close to power of Nyx? Yes. Tiana. So Nyx is a weird controller partner. Nyx, this is Nyx. Nyx's entire power is centralized in this Errant Hurricane. Draw up to 3, discard up to 3 cards, then draw +1, equal to number discarded. Which is insanely powerful. EP4 is a bit prohibitive sometimes, like if this was a 3, it'd be even more of a no-brainer. But the rest of Nyx is kind of only just okay. Defense, health, heal amount by 8% is alright. When you draw for the first time each turn using an ability, a lot of characters can't trigger this, 8% damage doesn't matter. If you have a maxed out Nyx, this is obviously insane. And getting a maxed out Nyx is possible for people. This is a Battle Pass partner, right? So, like, you don't have to gacha for this. I would argue that Tiana is slightly more insane. Tiana is that, defense only, plus bonus damage to the entire party, plus 6% crit chance to the entire party. And then her active was something. I forgot what her active is. It doesn't matter. Her stat line's insane. I'm currently not on Tiana. I didn't have enough currency. Like, in general, I wouldn't pull for partners in this game. I'd wait until you have the currency to just buy them flat out. Since Tiana isn't limited, I didn't shotgun her. But that one seems super valuable. Couple of lurking to, 1 say hello, and 2 say, fuck my lord! Shade! Hell yeah, Shade! Hell yeah. Hope you're doing well, dude. I hope you're doing so well. Enjoy your lurk. Oh, we have a free creation destruction. Donk. Hey, look. No, stop giving me... Give me the good arena cards. My guy. Rude. I mean, we're about to rocket punch a motherfucker in the face. Sorry, charge strike a pile in the face. Never mind. Never mind. Frost Charge. Are we getting... We finally got Storm of Bitter Cold. So this is what I would consider Magna's signature card. Remember, we're still doing Magna tutorials. Storm of Bitter Cold used to cost 2 mana. It doesn't anymore. Now it costs 1 mana and has lead. Which means if it's the first card you play in a turn, it has a 50% chance to cost 1 less. When shield is gained through an ability, 1 counterattack. Any shield gen makes Best Girl over here gain counterattack now. Exhibit A. Counterattack 0. Counterattack 1. Any shield gain that fucking includes Ironclad. Yay! So, by playing your normal playstyle, you now fuel Magna, which Magna then applies vulnerable on counterattack. If you ever get to an E4 Magna, this becomes even stronger. Magna has an upgrade to one of her cards that says every time you counterattack an enemy, give them 2 vulnerable. Obviously, the punch itself eats a vulnerable, so it's net +1. However, her E4 says your punches no longer eat vulnerable stacks. They still benefit from them, but they don't consume them anymore. So you can now go +2 on those every time. Which is sick. My favorite hard alcohol is black licorice liquor, because it's 40% volume and it's like eating black licorice, and it's my favorite candy. I can respect that, Nyx. I'm a bit more soft there. I really like Pernod, which is like licorice, absinthe stuff, right? Very, very licoricey, and I fucking love Pernod. It's the softcore version of what you're describing. It's the softcore version of that. But I'm a big fan. And then we hit a guy. And then we just make shields. We make those shields mostly just to build counterattack on her right now. We don't really need to. Hello. No, let's hit you first and then creation destruction. hit you. The entire shtick of every arena fight, by the way, if you're wondering, is they all have a debuff called Close Quarter Combat. Remember the basics of CQC. Increased damage amount taken from arena cards by 200%. The small guys have this. The guys in the first area have this. This guy has it. Which means this shit hurts a lot if it's not played from your supporter. However, we repeat. Because it's an AoE that hits the pile. Could have had lethal here. Actually, Magna, kill this man. Sambuca? Weirdly enough, I don't like Sambuca. Weirdly enough, I don't like Sambuca. Ah! Harpoon Case of Broken Resolve. This is one of the cool ones. This gives you Pierce. Pierce is an arena card that says 200% damage. Fine, whatever. 1 Vul, 1 Weak, 1 Agony. This is really cool. I like random fucking debuffs like this. It's just debuffs. And if we ever make the team that has all of the arena equipment, then this obviously has to be in there, but it's also going to be one of the better ones. We get our second craft. Start of the turn, if in a state of owning shield, 100% fixed damage. We don't want the random damage effects. 60% no. Start of battle, draw an exhaust card, no. Increased damage amount of 2 cost or higher attack cards by 25%. That's all we do. Give me more damage. Hee hee hee. And now we just have that. Right? Like every hue is now going to hit harder. As long as we have equipment, which we always have equipment. Let's fix up the rest. We'll remove the slash. Now we're very, very broke. We don't need to train. There's nothing we're looking for in terms of training. If you ever get the fate at the start that says you can do 2 things in camp, going into your free training is really valuable. But outside of that, you don't generally care. But we also haven't found Magna Pyramid yet. So Magna Pyramid is, I forgot what it's called, multifaceted blah 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 pyramid. It's a trinket that says at the start of your turn, play a lead card in hand. What this means is it plays Storm of Bitter Cold for free. Every fight. It plays a couple of other things too, obviously. But that's the big one that you want out. Before 2.0, this was really important, because Bitter Cold cost 2, and therefore was really prohibitive to play. Now that it only costs 1, you can live without it. But Magna runs a couple of other cards that can be really expensive, and all of them are lead. Every single one of them that you're going to be playing is a lead card. Kill this guy. We have 380 shields now, so we're really safe. We can just kill the other guys, so we're always going to be fine, but I have a weird relationship with Absinthe, says Nyx. In uni I loved it, got taught how to make flaming shots with it. Nah, that's a waste. You do that with shit Absinthe. Then in a friend's birthday, he had a brilliant idea of me making a flaming shot to every guest on arrival, but like 70% of people denied it, so I had to drink it all. You're dying. You're just dead, Nyx. Are you sure you didn't end up with alcohol poisoning off of that? Because honestly, that's how you get alcohol poisoning. Fuck. Yeah, no, dude. No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's bad. That's really bad. Absinthe to me is something, it's like a good whiskey. You're supposed to enjoy that shit, right? If I want to get fucked up, I drink cheap vodka. I am too old for that now, but like, back in the olden days, right? Like, you drink like really shitty alcohol, you mix it with something, you chug that, then you get fucked up. Absinthe is too good for that. You have the stepped absinthe glasses? Yes. Well, we have 2 of them. I'm sometimes too lazy for them. But yeah, you mean the bubbly ones, right? Yeah, we do. Ice Fragment. None of these are the ones we want. There is one that says for crystallization at the start. That's the one we want. There's another one that they unfortunately made unique now that says at the end of your turn 200% defense-based damage to all enemies. That one's really good. Unfortunately, it is unique now, so you can't stack that shit anymore. I still take mid-shelf vodka and make my Jolly Rancher vodka for daily run rot cotton mixers. Yeah. Exactly that kind of stuff, right? First alcohol I ever liked, hell yeah. Uni's I'm pretty sure was not good absinthe. You know what, Nyx? That's a very fucking fine point. That is a very fine point. Oh. It's like people where you go like, you have a conversation about like fine alcohol, right? Like fine whiskey or like a cognac or something. And then someone goes like, yeah, I brought this Jack Daniels. And you go, my dude. That stuff is good enough to be put in like a Coke mixer or something. But like, we're talking about the good shit. What do you mean? You get what you get, yeah. Absinthe still has, like, even to this day, has an image problem, right? It has a big image problem because it used to be like the thing that makes you see the devil and shit. When in reality, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. But I've heard that specifically in the US that is still really problematic. But I don't know anything about it. When a sibling was celebrating their 21st and one of the guests drank way too much and ended up passed out on the couch. Ah! I was the one stuck nursing them out of fear that they would choke on their own green puke. No. No. People that get fucked up on that stuff, like, no, come on. No. JD's like, a US Red Solo Cup? Exactly. It's more for cocktails? Yeah, exactly. It's the bad stuff that you mix just to get it in there, right? There was like one axe murder and everyone hated the Green Fairy after that, yeah. Stigmas, I tell you. No, I don't mean it's banned or anything, but I mean it has that stigmatization much more in the US as far as I know. For like various reasons. Sorry, this isn't a US bad comment whatsoever. But it is much less accessible. Much less accessible than it would be here. Mind you, we have the same stigma here. Do we need that many rerolls still? We kind of don't, right? I really want to go. I'm taking the 2 upgraded elites for currency reasons. Random of mixer for my watermelon vodka, so I use tap water! Ah! Don't do that! Don't do that! Probably more than all the people. Oh yeah, no, absolutely have, absolutely. It's just green dyed normal liquor? What the fuck? What do you mean it's just green dyed normal liquor? That shit's not okay. What do you mean? Hey, else. Cursed. So very cursed. You tricked me into... Like, what, like chugging the entire thing on one? Or what does that mean, Effort? Cul-de-sac. I don't know what that means. Is that like cul-de-sac? Like a one-way end of a street? I don't speak demonic. Drink it in one gulp. Yeah, you just chug it. Okay. You know what? Your expression for it is much nicer than the German one. The German one is auf X. I don't even know where that shit comes from. It just means like you chug the entire thing. That shit is kind of ass. The fight is super ass. However, my biggest problem with that fight, specifically, Luca, is that the rewards are bad. You get into that fight, it gives you the armor. That's all it gives you. I was hoping it would have multiple. It gives you the armor. If you don't want the armor, it sells for 80. And then the only thing you get afterwards is that with your forge, you also get 100 credits. So technically, that entire ass fight is 180 credits. And I'm not going to kid you, it is very easy to lose that fight. It is very, very easy to lose that fight. So, Kind of directly translates to raw acid. That's perfect. I love that. That's perfect, dude. No, that makes perfect sense as well, Affid. Like the last event tunnel was so much cooler flavor and rewards. I hated the last event tunnel, Nix, because you never picked the last event tunnel. Going through the last event tunnel was actively worse than not picking it. Actively worse than not picking it. If you were playing Lab Zero quote-unquote correctly, like don't make me like run shame you, don't let me do that. But if you were playing it correctly, you were skipping last tunnel. Tunnel sucked. The first stun shit sucked, yeah. It just hits a lot. Magna's, we still haven't had a freak out yet. Magna is about to freak. Which means those of you that haven't seen Magna's, like, freakout animation yet are about to have a really nice day. This is one Glacial Iron Fist, by the way. This is just one fisting. That's a bunch of shields. That's just a tiny bunch of shields. Good punch, good punch. And then we'll just go. Oh. Okay, never mind, 8k. Magna is lovely. Magna is so good. Seriously, the counter changes have made her so fucking powerful. So powerful. She was always a good vuln applicator, but now she's insane. What version of Kingdom Death are you using in TTS? Because I don't seem to find the one with the Gambler's Box. Yeah, because that's not publicly available, Nix. It's not a publicly available mod. We're using a backstreet version of it, like a back alley thingy. It's not publicly handed out. Like, I don't say this to be elitist. Sorry, I don't mean it that way, but it is flat out just like not publicly listed anywhere. And then we kill Fatal Strike, and I'm gonna be happy if I kill Fatal Strike. Cool. Get traded organs for it. Yeah. Alright, now we're good to go. Yes, Elzarath, yes. Last 30 minutes of chat has simply been drinking stories that make you want to chew on the shot glass, and I'm kind of here for it. Honestly, I'm not a huge drinker these days, right? God. I was never really a huge drinker. I was into all of the other illicit substances when I was younger. But I've never been a huge drinker. I'm a what's the word for that? Like you drink exclusively on like events or when there's like people around, right? Like that. There is a word for it that I forgot. Social. The word social. Yeah, thank you. That's exactly it. I'm a social drinker at most, and even then we never ever we never really get to. So I don't know. But there's so much attached to it, right? There's so much attached to it. So many stories that people can tell. It's really nice. I haven't really drank in years, and last time it was literally like 2 shots of strawberry creme liquor. The last real like drink I've had was like at a family gathering. Everyone was having like a fucking glass of wine. That was it. On Rina's birthday, when the entire witch coven arrived here, on the evening, like when we have family gatherings here, like there's usually like the main event, which is around like 4 or 5 p.m. And then it's coffee and cake, right? And then towards the evening, you start like bringing out like some proper like dinner for everyone. And usually like everyone starts like lightly drinking, but because everyone has to drive still, it's like very, very light drinking. But because we had the entire fucking witch coven here, we brought out like the good wine, so everyone had like way too much wine. That was the last time. So 3 weeks ago. What got me was the constant spamming of adding poison cards to your deck. Oh, stop attacking the left arm, you nerd. So if you attack the left arm, Luca, if you attack the left arm, the right arm gets a buff that makes it apply more poison cards. If you attack the right arm, the left arm gets a damage buff. So what you want to do is you want to hit the left arm until it fucking dies, and then the right arm is going to, by which I mean the left arm on its side. The left arm is on this side, and the right arm is on this side. Hit this one until it dies, and then this one is going to hit you for a lot. Then you hit this one. I had a miss moment. No, it doesn't. It isn't super well explained, Luca. It's not super well explained. This isn't necessarily even on you. And then you kill this one, and then the head comes down. The arm stayed right. Yeah, we're exiting. We're exiting. Icho. So, and then you hit the head. If you can get it in one, that's super safe. If you can't get it in one, unfortunately, that buff now carries over, so you have to deal with it next time. But if you do it in a timely fashion, you're usually fine. Mind you, the Great Rift version of this fight works exactly the same way. only that the Great Rift version has a timer on its attack, so you can wait the timer out. Like, you can play a shit ton of support cards, and then they do their thing, and then you hit them. Whereas the one here has infinite, so it will just do that to you. There's nothing else we have to do. We can't meditate because we're fuck broke. So we're just making it to last stage, and then we're meditating for nothing of value because this is what our deck looks like. If you find a copy event, we're really happy, but it's literally the next tile. If this is a copy event, I'm hyped. It's not. Okay, cool. Even then, we're only on 3 copies. You want to be on 4. Because Gen Z can't afford and don't want to drink, so they're losing billions. Oh, no. That's so sad. Yeah. I mean, Nix, I've had to deal my entire life with millennials are ruining this because they're not doing that anymore. Millennials aren't going to restaurants anymore. Millennials aren't doing that. And I've always been like, yeah, because it's inaffordable and also it doesn't matter. My favorite is millennials are ruining jewelry stores because we're not buying diamonds anymore. Because diamonds aren't worth shit. Like, they're artificially inflated things that have no meaning because you make the fuckers in a lab and you just pretend that they're expensive, right? So I've had to deal with that my entire life of like random boomer assholes accusing me of ruining insert industry here because their outdated garbage values don't align with actual reality. And now they're doing it to Gen Z. They're just doing the same thing to them. They're just doing the same thing to them. Oh, cafes are closing everywhere because like Gen Z isn't going out to like have a coffee anymore. Yeah, because fuck it. We can't afford shit, they can't afford shit, I can't be mad at them. I get it, right? I've invested my entire portfolio into waifus, exactly. Everything's ruining the tissue industry? The tissue industry? What, because they're not jerking off anymore? I doubt that. The most boring of gemstones? Exactly! As an elder millennial, honestly, I'm fine with destroying these industries. The industries deserve to fall. Else, 95% of the people here are elder millennials. That's why I'm having this rant, because all of you motherfuckers are ancient. All that's really happening is alcohol is moving to microbreweries, distilleries. This is a good thing. Ham, I believe this is a good thing too. Exactly, I believe this is a good thing too. More artisanally crafted, like I'm not a big craft beer kind of person, right? Like I'm not going around going like, here's 200 shorts of beer that you've never heard of. Look at me, look at my giant beard. And my checkered shirt. I don't care, but more artisanally made consumable goods like this are universally a good thing. Better quality, you know what you're getting, more local production, all of these are good things. Like smaller batch sizes, so the chance of them being contaminated to shit is lower. There is no downside to this. All of these like like local Twitch streamer on Amazon/Twitch, right? Like telling you fuck all these mega corporations, I get it. The hypocrisy of that name is everyone on this platform. But like more of these giant mega corporations that have just gotten rich off of like the 20th century like localization or centralization rather, more of those need to burn. And I'm not advocating for like eating the rich and like going out and like boycotting shit, like you do you, right? But more of them over time just like doing a dinosaur is a good thing. I'm 38 years young, and that means you fall like directly into the median age of this channel, Shade. My viewer base legitimately starts somewhere in the 30s. Some of you are younger, and I'm not gonna discriminate against you. Most of you are fine. But like, we're around like the 30 plus here, which is cool. Whatever. Very, very old for Twitch. Very, very old for Twitch. We make diamonds out of literal burned wood. Yeah, diamonds aren't rare or interesting or anything. They're artificially fucking expensive. They're artificially fucking expensive. When Kari and I got married, the question arose for like, hey, what kind of ring are we getting? And unlike, because we're both broken in the head, we had an open conversation about this. Right? Like we went, okay, listen, I'm not gonna sit down and just like buy you a ring or anything. What do you want? Like, what do you expect? We did a grown-up, we talked about it, which was very lovely. It took a bit for me to like do that because I was afraid I wasn't allowed to. Because like my parents also went like, oh, what ring are you getting? Blah, 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 blah. My entire family did that. But I just like went to her and went like, hey, listen, what do you want? And she went like, whatever you do, we're not doing this diamond shit. I'm like, oh, but I thought I'd have to. I had the brainworms, right? The brainworms of like, you need to spend this much of your monthly salary, like 3 monthly salaries or whatever. It needs to be this expensive, and then it needs to be like this. And she went, we're not doing that shit. None of this. We can look together and find like something special. That's all I care about. Just find something special. Maybe it's like a funny shape. Maybe it has a penis engraved into it. I don't give a shit, but we need to just find something special. I don't care about big and shiny, whatever. So I've never told this to anyone. Like, this isn't. It's a bit freaky, okay? I'm gonna be honest. What we eventually settled on, during the time that we got married, there was one really like weird thing that people started to do, and that is, have you ever seen these like bone-grown rings? Where it's like bone culture grown into the shape of a ring? We did that. Which, if you think about it, is slightly morbid. Slightly morbid. But I also think it's really cool. So, that. No diamonds, no gemstones whatsoever. Not anything. No, brethren, it's a... they take a bone sample from you, and then they cultivate that bone sample into the shape of a ring. Like, they literally grow the fucking thing. So, like, they took a sample from me and they took a sample from her, and then, like, we swapped them. You gotta have mage equipment! It was really cool. We just wanted something special. It's a bit macabre if you're considering that, yeah, that's human bone, if you want to think about it like this. But we both think it's cool. It's quite literal, like, carrying a piece of someone else around you. Wraith bone rings, yeah, exactly, Ham, exactly that. Mind you, she's an orc player, so teeth instead, but yeah. It's goth. It didn't even feel all that goth to me of it. Like, yeah, I'm a goth kid, she's a goth kid. Like, we've always been, right? But we didn't make that choice because it was goth and it was so, like, metal and, whoa, look at us. But we just didn't want the shiny bullshit, like the shiny overpriced bullshit that is literally a dime a dozen, right? And she brought it up. I'm gonna be honest, like, I didn't find that she brought this up. And it felt like something meaningful. Yeah, a bit fucking weird, but something that meant a thing, right? It's kind of romantic with this ring. I vow you're the only one I want to bone. That joke was made a couple of times, yeah. Was kind of painful to extract? Uh-huh. It wasn't that bad, but yeah. It's a chip. What do you mean that's not metal? No, what I'm saying is we didn't pick it because it was metal. We didn't pick it because it was metal. We picked it because it was cool. People have loved ones' ashes made into diamonds and stuff that have passed on, so it's not all that common. But yeah, I've heard that too, and I find that a bit morbid, but yeah, Shade, absolutely. This is the wrong frost charge. You really passed the fuck out. I wasn't conscious when they did it. Did they at least give you a fish with it? No fish and chips. I felt ripped off, Effort. I felt ripped off. No, but that's what we did. And it's like nothing else. There are no engravings. There's nothing. No ornaments. So we also ruined a jeweler's like daily meal by doing that. But honestly, fuck him. It's weird that I say that. There is a reality out there. There is a reality out there where one of the things when I was young, when I was but a young lad, and I considered my choices for path to go down, like what I wanted to be when I grew up, one of the things that I honestly considered that made it into like the top 3, long before I knew I wanted to be a lawyer, was I wanted to be a goldsmith. That was one of the top 3 career paths that I wanted to go down. I really thought like being a goldsmith was fucking sick. And I really wanted to do that. In the end, I didn't go down that route because it turns out I have 2 left fucking hands. If you give me anything slightly worthwhile, I will break it. So I think I would have caused like huge liability claims in that role. But my god, we're not getting shit today, huh? Fine. Being edgy and mental as fuck was just a bonus. I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah, it was. These are meaningless. Honestly, that's rad, and I would never convince my wife to go for it, but I absolutely would. Like at that point, I wasn't convincing her of anything. Like I said, she brought it up, and she wasn't convincing me of anything either. It wasn't like she was pushing like, hey, this. But we were both looking for something that we would consider meaningful, and we both ended up agreeing on it, right? Like no one really did any convincing or pushing there. I'm gonna be honest, if she had said, I want a big stupid diamond ring, I would have gotten her a big stupid diamond ring. It doesn't matter what I think of in that moment, right? Because really that shit was like, it's not for me. This is, sometimes you do things for the other, right? Some things are just exclusively done for your partner. And even though I don't value that show of love in that way at all, yeah, if she had asked for a big stupid diamond ring, I would have gotten her one, whatever. But I'm really glad that we got to sit down and just like communicate over this. We just got to have a talk over it like grown-ups without all of the... Because like our families were both pushing. Like her father was going like, oh, my family was going and like being really fucking annoying about it. And I don't think either of them ever approved, but fuck them. Like whatever. Like who cares, right? What are we meditating? We're meditating something, but we're meditating like a Magna thing, right? I think we're meditating the Frost Charge. This won't matter, but there we go. Vulnerable to targets that are counterattacked. So now whenever we counterattack something, we're golden. Problem is we never found Magna Pyramid, and now we don't have the cost for it anyway. I'm rolling this down just to look at it. No Magna Pyramid. None. I'm going at that endpoint. Yeah, exactly, Fishy. That's the thing that like stuck out the most to me. And honestly, like that part, that like we talked about this and we found something that we both wanted, that part matters more to me than like any fucking ring we could have gotten in the end. I mean, I already knew I was marrying a reasonable person, right? I already knew I was together with someone that I could have these conversations with, but it reinforced that. And no matter how long you are together with someone, no matter what your status is, whether you're married or like in a relationship or just fucking, whatever. The longer you're together with someone, the more you either like reinforce like your beliefs on them, where you like have these little moments where you're ever more certain that that's the person, right? Or you go the other route and you go like, oh god, why am I in a room with this one? Ugh. And I really, really treasure those moments where I just get to like go, huh, yeah, that's the woman I married. Yeah, cool. Most metal thing I saw was the video of a man who had runes tattooed on the soles of his feet. Ah! With an ink that had his father's ashes in it. What the fuck? First of all, soles of feet. No. With ink that had his father's ashes in it. Fuck, is that illegal here? He'd step on his grave rest of the life because dad was alcoholic and failed his family. I wouldn't want something like that in my body. I mean, I don't want to ruin someone's cool revenge plot and shit, but that has to be like desecration, right? Ugh. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, Nix. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, assholes are assholes even if they're dead, right? I never understood the whole don't speak ill of the dead thing. No, if they've been dicks in real life, then, or like during their lifetime, then fuck them, but I don't know. Makes you feel like they consider your opinion and thoughts. Yeah, exactly, brother, exactly. And different people value different things, right? So we're just gonna play cozy setup for a little. Mind you, we won't get to enjoy that cozy setup because Magna is still on the verge of just keeling over, but we'll make some level of shields eventually. Ooh, actually. Oh, we never got Ice Wall. Ice Wall never went anywhere. That's okay. The main thing that Ice Wall does is it goes into an upgrade that says when you counterattack all enemies instead of only one target. We don't need this because this is a single target fight anyway, but here's Magna. Punch. Single hit attack. Boring. And then go Glacial Iron into Hue. 9.8k. Okay, never mind. We're not going to be here for too long. Triangle for next turn. And we just have vulnerable stacks. That's the important part here. We didn't even get to set up Counterblade. We don't need to set up Counterblade anyway. Cool. Woo. Diamonds were used as far as anyone knew before they... but they had a lot of them, so they sold it as fancy jewelry and idiots bought it. The problem is, like, I look at it the same way, Shade, right? Like, I look at it the same way of going, like, yeah, so diamonds are an industry plot, right? But at the same time, I have that in me too. Like, I knew at that point that I, like, hated the entire industry, I knew it was artificially created, and I knew all of this was bullshit, but the societal expectation was still in me saying, I need to get someone this fancy thing. Even though, like, I was inwardly condemning it, I wasn't strong enough, or I was being hypocritical enough that I still felt like I needed to. Because no matter how tough and strong and cool and, like, edgy you are, you live in a society, right? And that's the point. That's the problem. Like, you still have all of these expectations on you, and, like, you still grow up with all of it. Is it artificially manufactured bullshit? Absolutely. Are you immune to it? Chances are you're not. We got one copy of Fighting Spirit. This is great. This is the best deck I've ever made. I'm so happy right now. This is obviously not worth keeping. We don't have a good trinket either. And we get, when an attack card is used, 1 agony on the target. When you hit a motherfucker with your world-destroying Mega Sword, give them a little sneeze. Great, great, good 9 run, good 9 run. GG everyone. If the internet is not like diamonds, why are all the Minecraft players obsessed with it? Because in Minecraft you can make armor out of it. What if you're not tough and cool and edgy, but you're just socially inept? Same thing, right? Same thing. Don't let it keep you, brethren. I was married once, you might be immune to it, but your partner, even they say they are, probably isn't. This is gonna sound sappy as shit, but like every fucking Valentine's Day, right, Shade? Every fucking Valentine's Day. I'm coming up on 12 years now. Like I've been married for almost 12 years now. Every fucking Valentine's Day, Kari and I both go, this is shit. We don't need this garbage. We don't need this, right? We're not doing this. We're not. This year we literally didn't do anything because she was working, but like we might spend the day on the sofa and like binge watch something, or like we're not doing anything for it. We're not getting each other's like dumb presents. Fuck all of this like chocolate and roses garbage. We're not doing that. Every year. And every single year, tough, cool Karen and I over here goes, yeah, but wouldn't it be cute? What if I, what if, and like I can do that any other fucking day, right? Like I can order like a bouquet of roses any other day, and I have in the past if I felt like it, right? I can like buy/make weird chocolate myself any other day as well. But every fucking year, that idea creeps in again, going like, but it's Valentine's Day. Like I could, you know, even though the day doesn't fucking matter, it does not matter at all. I don't know. I would love to say that I'm like above this and look how cool I am, look how aloof I am, and but in reality I'm not. I hope like maybe you are, maybe you're cooler than me. That's fine. More power to you. But social engineering works is the problem. It works. There's definitely, I don't know, you'd call it an allure. Yeah, there's a pull. Allure is a good word there, right? I would say that's a good word for it. Run over? Our run was bad. I mean, we won. That's cool, but winning is kind of guaranteed. We didn't produce a usable deck out of it. That's the thing. That's the reason why we're going there. So if we check right now, the save data we acquired from this is this one. We have 1 copy of Fighting Spirit, which isn't enough. We've got our Ironclad, which is cool, but we'd want at least 4 of these. We have a Counterblade. It's the wrong Counterblade. Our items aren't great. So we're not going to keep this. It gets into line with all of the other decks that we're not keeping. Mind you, all of those other decks, it's not that I've failed this much to make a 9 deck, it's that 9 is like my main carry at the moment, and she's just there for all of the other runs. So you can see, like, we never removed anything here. Any run where we never removed a basic is a run where 9 was just there to kill, and not to have a deck of hers made, which is all of them. So we're still gonna be on this one. This one's also bad, like this one sucks, and there's 1 less Fighting Spirit. The Fatal Strike is good, but the items here are very, very good. We're on Hammer with fixed damage. This doesn't need to exist. This shouldn't exist. And then increase damage amount of attack cards 20%. And increase action count of all enemies by 3 is kind of irrelevant. 9 is the next character that I'm going to keep running and running until we can optimize her. And that's it. That's it. Button. Oh, hold up. Let me bring in the... Whoop. There we go. Make combat Strawby Froyo for your significant other instead. Yo, that's a cool idea, though. That's a cool idea, though. Ducklings, sorry for the sick stream today. I still feel super under the weather. That is it for today. I'm glad we got a run done. I'm glad we all had, like, a good sit down and a good conversation. That's the thing that matters more to me than anything else. That's the thing that matters more to me. Brethren, message me for Digimon. I'll teach you the fucking game. Digimon's really cool. Also, I need food, but food is hard to keep down at the moment, so I'm just perpetually hungry at the moment. Sorry if I'm being a bit grumpy because of it. Tomorrow, I'm hopefully... Two things tomorrow before I leave you. A, I'm hopefully feeling better. Hopefully. And B, tomorrow is the hopefully finale for Primal. Our 4 players, we're going to have Furthen, we're going to have Hiena, we're going to have Quill, and we're going to have Lucky. And they're going to be fighting the big scary boss. I don't even know what the big scary boss is. I've never finished a campaign of Primal, let alone played anything past day 2. So I'm really, really excited to see how this ends. I'm really excited to see how much damage Lucky can do in 1 turn, and how many fucking arrows Quill puts into another boss fight. I'm just really happy to see it. And then that will be the last stream for the week. This Sunday, I won't stream. And then next Monday, we've got loads of new stuff. Next month is going to be really, really exciting. The big new thing that's releasing next month is Monster Hunter Stories 3, which we'll be playing day 1, guaranteed. I'm really, really excited for Stories 3. Hell, I never expected we'd get a 2, and now we're sitting at 3, which is fucking sick. Yeah. All of that coming up soon. Be careful, get well soon. Thank you, Shade. Thank you. It's just gastroenteritis. Like, it's just my stomach not keeping down food. That's it. Other than that, I'm feeling great. I'm just in the bathroom a lot. So I'll be fine. The demo was beautiful. I skipped the demo. I don't need to play it. I know I want to play this day 1 anyway. I need to get myself on the healer leaderboard. Well, the leaderboard resets on Monday. Leaderboard resets on Monday, so look forward to it. Hope Lucky one-shots 1 wound this time around. Yeah, not 2 wounds instead, huh? Where do I put you all? Where are we going? Where do I want to put you all? Oh, none of the normal people are alive right now. That's interesting. I'm gonna throw you at Code. Code is doing, like, Next Fest stuff. Code is doing, like, a lot of Next Fest stuff. I'm personally skipping Next Fest. I ranted about it at the start. So I'll just throw you over. Thank you all for being here. Sorry for the wonky energy today, but thank you all for joining. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night or evening, whatever it currently is, wherever you are. Hopefully see you tomorrow for Primal. And yeah, enjoy, okay? Too many emails, too much slop. Elzarath, 1,800 plus emails. I have no idea how bad yours must look. Like, I'm flooded to shit. Fuck this event. Anyway, everybody, stay safe out there. Good night.